Good evening, everyone, and welcome to WCUA's coverage of Catholic University Ice Hockey. Alongside my partner, Caden Van, I'm Giuliano Luca. Happy to be with you tonight as your Cardinals are set to take on the York College Spartans. Live from the Tucker Road Ice Rink in Fort Washington, Maryland, the Cardinals are set to resume their season after the holiday break. York comes into this game with a 4-9 record, most recently defeating Stevenson University 7-6 in the shootout on December 6th. Number 19, Hayden Kleck, led the way with 5 points, all assists, and number 38, Trey Schanberger, and number 20, Evan Kays, both scored in the shootout to give York their 4th win on the season. In net, number 37, Justin Meluzio, made 42 saves on 48 shots and 2 saves in the shootout for his 2nd win of the season.
Catholic enters this game with a 7-5-1 record, having lost to the University of Maryland in a league contest 3-1 before the holiday break. Number 27, Jackson Schwarzwater, scored the lone goal for Catholic. As Catholic tried to dig themselves in for a 3-1 hole in the third period, the injuries of Catholic and the wider ice surface became a disadvantage against the Maryland team that had a complete bench of players to pick from. The Catholic team was missing passes on the back end, getting tired from a lack of bodies to help on the bench, and ultimately experiencing an overall disappointing end to the semester. Catholic looks to rebound today with an almost entirely healthy roster.
I spoke with head coach Steven Terenzio moments ago, getting his thoughts on tonight's game versus York. We're going to run that clip right now. Had a technical difficulty on our end. We're going to restart that clip for you. All right, Coach, another semester. Hope you had a nice holiday break. And we're back, of course. Big game tonight against York. It's a non-league tonight, but obviously going into the semester, you're missing Brendan Johnson for the rest of the year. Most likely going to miss Cole for the rest of the year as well after tonight. How does the team move on from this? How do they embrace this?
Yeah, both of those guys are, they're tough losses. Obviously, there's a lot of leadership and a lot of quality there on the ice. So, it's kind of like we've been talking about all season with some of the injuries and some of the situations we've had come up. Guys got to step up and pick up their slack. And, I really like the group we have in this locker room. And, we don't lean too heavily on one guy. So hopefully we can continue to power forward. And, we'll have some guys step up into new roles. And, we'll keep going from there.
What can you tell me about this new freshman, James Gabriel? Practiced twice this week. Looks pretty good, getting some top minutes. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we're excited to have him out. Obviously, we were excited to bring him into the program, and we're ready to get him going. I think, he's going to be a guy that can contribute to the lineup, and hopefully we can get him in the mix, and he can start to build some chemistry with the guys tonight. And not a league game tonight, as we mentioned, but you got some league games coming up soon. Anything different you would like to see from the Maryland game that they got away from a little bit, or anything they want to improve on? Yeah, I think in the Maryland game we played really tentative and tight. I'd like to see us, when we played our best hockey this year, we've been loose and flowing and playing with confidence. So I'd love to see us get back to that state. And, I think the guys, all want that game back. And I love the hunger and the energy. And, we build towards the next one, right? And hopefully when we get that next opportunity, we're ready to take it.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Your Chick-fil-A starting goaltender tonight is number 1, Daniel Mark, the native of Flemington, New Jersey. So far in his junior season, Mark owns a 2-4-1 record alongside a 3.29 goals against average and a 911 save percentage. Mark last played against the University of Maryland, making 38 saves on 41 shots, keeping Catholic in the game for as long as he could. Daniel Mark will be splitting tonight's game with number 30, David Zapp, the senior from Andover, New Jersey. Zapp is 4-1 on the season alongside a 2.8 goals against average and a 921 save percentage. He last played against Penn State main campus at the East Coast Showdown Tournament in November. Did a great job in net. Couldn't get the win on his record, unfortunately, but David Zapp with another strong game. He has been good so far this year.
In the net for the Spartans, number 30, Cameron Chandler, the native of Westchester, Pennsylvania. So far in his freshman year, Chandler has posted an 0-1 record in 3 games played, alongside an 8.09 goals against average and .804 save percentage. In the game, he picked up the loss. Chandler made 30 saves before getting pulled against Indiana University of Pennsylvania in late September. He looks for his first collegiate win tonight.
Going back with the history between these two teams, it's been over 2 years since Catholic has faced off against York. The Catholic won the last matchup 4-2, with Catholic erasing a 2-0 deficit. Catholic would score 4 straight, with Jackson Schwarzwater, Matthew Hornick scoring 1 each, and Nick Lehan scoring twice. In goal for Catholic, Daniel Mark made 14 saves, picking up his 2nd career win at the time. And with that win, Catholic improved to 5-3 on the year and would go on to finish 15-8 and then finish with the 3rd seed in the playoffs. Well, a lot of other news surrounding the team as well away from the game. We're actually going to run out of time in warm-ups here. We'll briefly mention them. We do have some injuries to mention as well. Captain Brendan Johnson will be out for the season regarding personal matters. We miss him around the team, but personal matters come up and it's taking some time away from the team. We hope to see him back in the fall. Owen Finnegan is not with the team tonight. He will be back next week. Blake Simonson is still on the IR list with an ACL tear, so he is done for the season. Hope to see him back in the fall. Good news, Nolan Scott and Jackson Schwarzwater are both back from their injuries. Scott suffered a separated shoulder against UMBC. He's back. And Jackson Deininger broke his wrist against Kutztown, but he is back in the lineup as well. A couple new and returning players. We'll start with the returning players. Number 32, Tim Keegan is back, 5th-year player from Spring Lake Heights, New Jersey. He is a strong bottom 6 role player for the Catholic Cardinals. He does his role well, and he knows it well. He's back in the lineup for CUA. Number 35, Matthew Hornick, the senior defenseman, the former ACC Defenseman of the Year from the 23-24 season. 31 points last year. He's back, 15 goals, 16 assists. And the new player for the Catholic Cardinals, wearing number 15 tonight, James Gabriel, the freshman making his collegiate debut from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania. He played at Devon Prep last season, was the team captain, had 32 points in 19 games last year, 12 goals, 20 assists, and he's on the top line tonight, too, for CUA. So one more thing we'll have to mention, but we're going to have the national anthem here as we all stand and salute our country. Well, one more quick thing before puck drop, and a more serious note as well. This will be Cole Mulcahy's last game, at least for the season, for the Catholic Cardinals. He has some personal business to attend to. Will be his last game as a Catholic Cardinal. He's going to play tonight on defense. We wish him the best moving forward, but this will be his last game as of now, and at least for the season, for Cole Mulcahy. So Cardinals going to be missing some key players, like we mentioned, Brendan Johnson, Cole Mulcahy, for Blake Simonson for an extended period of time, and we'll have to wait and see how the depth of Catholic can really step up and be a bigger role in the second semester. They were in the first semester, but they'll need to keep it up. So both teams with their benches, Catholic in their white uniforms tonight, and York in their green-colored uniforms. A couple years ago, Catholic, like we mentioned, that was a very high pace game, very competitive. Maluzio, he's not in net tonight for York, but man, oh man, he's a strong goaltender, not getting the start tonight, and we'll see what Catholic can do against a different York team than they played a couple of years ago. Just about ready to get it started here. Jackson Schwarzwater at the wing. James Gabriel at the other wing for CUA. No one's got in on the draw, and Scott waiting for the referee to drop the puck officially. We're ready to go. And we're underway here in the second semester as Schwarzwater won that back to his defensive partner. Cole Mulcahy tried to fling it up the middle of the ice. The pass was blocked and loose back in the defensive zone, picked up by Nolan Scott. Scott Gives back to Matthew Hornick. Haven't seen a lot of this. Welcome back, Matthew Hornick, as he cuts through center. Gets it across to James Gabriel. The freshman holds, waits, cuts towards the cage, and the save made from the goaltender, Chandler. Rebound into the corner. Teams battle for it, coming away with it to Schwarzwater. He waits. He holds. Gets away from pressure at the half wall. Now swings it back down low, hoping for Gabriel. Gabriel takes a man into the boards and tries to come away with the puck. He does, but it rolled off his stick. At the right side point, Mulcahy waits, fires it through traffic, he scores! May have been deflected, we're not sure, but it looks like Cole Mulcahy will have his first goal of the season.
Absolutely beautiful team chemistry there, especially with the new players on the ice. That play with just a pass around the boards, just set up right for the defenseman for Cole to score, and then we don't know if it's tipped, but exceptional goal.
Well, it's his third goal of the season for Cole Mulcahy. Quick shot, beat the goaltender Chandler. A little bit of traffic, but it might be one he'd like back. Nonetheless, Catholic with the early lead, not even a minute into the game. Off this draw, won by York, loose at center ice, and taken back by Jackson Deininger. Good to see him back on the ice once again. We miss him in the broadcast booth, but good to see him once again on the ice for CUA as Will Brunner comes away with the puck. Brunner waits, pass across to Deininger, who's up in the play. Now by the corner boards, gets whacked into the boards a little bit, and the puck rolls free through the right side wall. Left side point, Selwyn a shot. Looking for the deflection was Brunner, but he couldn't get enough on it as it went wide of his stick. Clearing the zone now is York, trying to get around the defenseman, the winger. York picks up the puck. High slot, at the half wall. Now the face-off dot, and they'll swing it into the middle, broken up by Merja. He tries to go with the puck for the steal, but McQueenie also had his stick tied up as well, and York dumps this puck in, or Daniel Mark will leave it for his defense. Selwyn plays it to McQueenie, had a little trouble receiving that pass, but he slows it down and gets it back to Jackson Deininger. Deininger, nice pirouette, stays behind his cage, waits, and backs this one up, clears the zone, but York will get to it and hold on to that puck in the neutral zone. A little bit of trouble, falling down as well. Looked like a trip for a moment, but he fell off his own feet, so play will continue in the neutral zone as here comes York. York moving well through center. A little bit of a bump, knocked the player off away from the puck, but just to center as York will recollect in the defensive zone. Flinging this puck all the way down. It's going to be icing on York with 17:48 to go in the first period. Well, again, any questions regarding tonight's game, feel free to put them in the comments. We'll do our best to see them and answer your questions regarding tonight's contest. So draw coming up to the left of Chandler. Joey Henry playing center tonight. He's been the defenseman all year. They've moved him up to center for this game. He's able to win the draw just for a moment, and as a quick shot was taken, it was partly blocked. Now at the right side point, Mulcahy tries to settle it down, but York gets to the bouncing puck first, and they'll move the puck out through center. Couldn't get enough wood on that pass, though. It was intercepted by Mulcahy. So Hornick now gets it across, plays it across to Mulcahy, and tried to find Combs, but the pass was a little too far out of his reach, and York will recollect back behind their cage. Combs with the pressure, forces the pass to come across to the right side wing. And York now getting away from pressure, in on sides. They tried to cut towards the cage, but Matthew Hornick on his horse, able to get back and move that puck out of trouble into the neutral zone. So York recollects, loose again at center. Off the in-errant pass, it's loose as Mulcahy went for the pinch. They take the shot from the slot, and the save made by Mark. Rebound was put just wide of the cage. Hornick in the corner, gets it to Gabriel, hoping for Schwarzwater on the outlet pass. He touched it, so it won't be icing as he continues to race after it. 6:45 to go in the first, 16:45, Scott getting the puck, gets it down low to Gabriel, was out of his reach, and trying to get to it again as Schwarzwater on the wall as he goes down, but Gabriel comes away with the puck. Gabriel gets the puck back in the slot. Backhander shot, it's blocked away. Rebound loose, and the save made once again by Chandler. Now, left side point. Selwyn another drive, and the save made by Chandler off the stick. Gabriel applying the pressure. Puck was knocked off his stick. It's loose at center ice where Deininger will try and make a shimmy move with the puck. He's knocked off the puck. York turned it over as well. Deininger up in the play, cutting towards the slot. Lost the puck at the last moment as the play now into the corner. Deininger battling for it. Hit along the wall, trying to get the puck again. Schwarzwater has it. Shot from the goal line, just went through the goal mouth. Now at the left side point, Selwyn over skates, but York couldn't find the puck either, and it's okay for the Catholic Cardinals as York now goes for a change. Deininger up ahead of the play, trying to find Selwyn. Selwyn, another quick pass, was off the mark, but the bodies come together at center, and York comes away with the puck. Now on the ice again, Cole Mulcahy in his defensive zone, waits, pass across to Matthew McQueenie, had the puck in his skates, takes a gigantic hit, gets up rather quickly. The play continues to pass in the slot, and Chandler's able to jump on top of that puck as Mercer was digging at it. Big hit on Matthew McQueenie right in front of us. Looks like he's okay.
Very high energy game from both York and Catholic, both defense and offense, really showing their talent and really showing their efforts tonight in tonight's game.
Draw to the left of Chandler. Quick shot by Mercer up the draw, and the blocker save by Chandler. Rebound comes loose to Hornick. He walks it in. Backhander tries to drag it. Gets the puck again, and he fanned on it the second time he was going to take the shot. Hornick behind the cage again. Comes out with it. Looks for the deflection in on goal, and it went over the cage. Play will continue as York now has it. They'll try and move it out through center. Mulcahy meets him and sidesteps a check and still has the puck. Dumped it in. Trying to go after it still. Puck rolls out to Mercer, the shot. Saves Chandler. He's able to jump on top of it as McQueenie battling in front for positioning. Looked like there was a bit of a reverse hit at the blue line as
with
well.
the referee
with
there.
The referee, yeah, he wasn't happy about getting hit into the boards. As Mulcahy sidestepped a check, and the York player who was up in the play just ran right into the referee on the near side where we're sitting. Draw to the left of Chandler again. Henry in to take the draw for the Cardinals. Henry wins it back cleanly to his former partner on defense, Cole Mulcahy, who took the shot. It was blocked, and York will clear this one all the way down. I believe it is not going to go for icing. The referees will wave this off with 14:45 to go in the first. 1-0 Cardinals. Mulcahy up across the left side wall, hoping for Weidenkopf out of the man's reach. And off sides now was Weidenkopf as he touched up, but Combs was in the zone first, so York will come back with it. Here they come at the right side. Holding on to the puck, and Weidenkopf tries to body him. He's able to do it just enough to get the puck back to his forehand, and clearing that puck now is Mulcahy all the way down where the York defenseman number 13, Tristan Almendinger, meets it. Mulcahy across to Hornick. Hornick waits. Fanned on the pass, and York will get back on this puck. The play at D to D, and quickly move this puck into the neutral zone, trying to get into the offensive zone, but it's broken up again by the Cardinals, where Connor Combs plays it back to his defenseman Matthew Hornick. And here comes Hornick with speed. Hornick's got it all by himself. Hornick waits, tries to get around one. He's looked like he was slashed a bit on the play. Goes hard into the boards, but it's a Cardinal Pangborn Pritis power play. After we have the man go into the box here. Looked like it was slashing.
Yeah.
Look for the official signal from the referee. 2 minutes with
for a hooking call.
Excuse me. So, first Priz power play of the second semester. Nolan Scott in to take the draw to the left of Chandler. Got Matthew Hornick and Cole Mulcahy, Matthew McQueenie, and Jackson Shoreswater. Shoreswater is at the left side point, so if you get a quick shot to him on his forehand right off the draw, could be trouble, especially with McQueenie in front battling for positioning as he always seems to do. So we're waiting for the penalty to come on the board. I think it's just one penalty. You have 2 penalties on the board right now. I believe it's just the one penalty for hooking. 2 minutes. So Nolan Scott in to take the draw against Trey Schanberger. 27 points in 10 games for Schanberger. He's been outstanding. 17 goals, 10 assists. 2 penalty minutes as well, so he's been a clean player. Got to be in the running for some sort of Lady Bing trophy, you know? Most Gentlemanly Player of the Year award in the NHL, of course. So still some penalty trouble here. I don't know how big of a deal. I guess it signifies that there's 2 penalties on the board, but I guess if you know it's only 1, I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Either way, now it's fixed. Referee came in, or one of the linesmen came in to give a hand to our scorekeeper, Nora. And now we're underway on the power play. Matthew Hornick has it at the goal line, right side, sets up shot. Gets it back to Cole Mulcahy. Walks the line, waits, and plays it across to Shoreswater. Had a bit of pressure, gets away from it though, and holds the line. Down low to Matthew Hornick at the faceoff dot. Right side, waits, open space Mulcahy. Has it, gives it right back to Hornick. Hornick waits, holds, fires it. Big save made, rebounded into the crease and cleared all the way down by York. That's a nice pad save from Chandler, and his teammates helped him out by clearing the rebound down the length of the ice. 13:10 remaining here in the first. 1-0 CUA. 1 minute 20 to go on the power play for the Cardinals. Here comes Hornick, trying to get around one and another, but too many moves, and the puck was knocked off his stick. Shoreswater now holds, gives back to his defensive teammate, Cole Mulcahy. Moving well through center. On sides, Mulcahy waits, stops, and waits at the point. Tried to play it across to Hornick, and this pass is going to go out of the offensive zone, so the Cardinals will have to touch up and reset. Here comes Hornick. Kicks the puck back to his skate. Waits. Cuts towards the slot. The shot. And the save made by Chandler again. He got a piece of it, I believe off his helmet or so. Another save for Chandler. He's been good so far in this first period.
It's absolutely crucial that teams really have to clear the puck out when the goalie makes that save, especially with the one-man disadvantage. Those rebounds could be the difference between the goal and clearing the puck.
Got 48 seconds remaining on the penalty. They have it listed as Trent Keenan. And that is his 6th penalty minute of the season. So here's Merja, gets it back to Henry and over across to Deininger. Slap shot. He just missed it that time on the near side. Again, they'll try it one more time. Deininger cutting towards the cage, and he missed that one just high and wide. So York under some heavy pressure. Deininger gets it again at the left side. He's by the face-off dot. Plays it back to open space. Henry lets it go. The big save made. It may have been blocked in front. And Catholic still with 23 seconds to work on the power play. Deininger now, left side dot. Looks for the tip in front. Save made, and the net's off as the goalie backed into it, or Weidenkamp knocked him into it. Either way, it's a face-off coming up. We'll have to wait and see if this is going to stay in the offensive zone or not. 12:07 remaining here in the first period. 18 seconds remaining on the hooking penalty to Trent Keenan. Keenan, 4 points on the year, 3 goals, 1 assist. Oxford, Pennsylvania native. So this draw is moved out to the neutral zone. Will Brunner in to take the draw for the Catholic Cardinals. He wins it back to his winger, Weidenkamp, and they move Joey Henry back out towards the point, at least temporarily, and he'll dump this puck in. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Keenan looking to come out of the box. At the line, Deininger plays it back down low to Frankie Merja. Merja waits. Pass back door to Brunner. Oh, he just missed the one-time feed. Out of the box now is Keenan. It's 5-on-5 play. Everything but the finish for CUA on the power play pretty much. Is here comes Merja. Puts it back down low. Big hit by Brunner. He stood up as well on the check. It's still got the puck freed up where Weidenkamp will dump it further back behind the net. Merja trying to get to it for the Cardinals. Would have been tired. He's been out there for a while. And York trying to come away with this puck, but they're out of gas too. Weidenkamp had his stick lifted as he's hit into the boards. Still trying to come away with the puck. Scott battling for it as well. Merja, third guy high, staying, and now he's going for a change. Scott in to try and help Weidenkamp as the puck now squirts out to Matthew Hornick. Hornick walks the line, shimmies around one. He's taken down, and a hand pass from the Matthew Hornick. That's called. So 11:05 to go in the first period. 1-0 CUA. How about that power play, though? Everything but the finish. The passes look good. You have Matthew Hornick. He was the power play quarterback for the last couple of years, and you can really see how the power play runs through him.
Especially, like, he runs the system when it's in our power play for sure.
He does a good job of that. It's good to have him back as the puck is played out through the neutral zone and back into the defensive zone for CUA. Hornick had a couple players to deal with. Lost the puck, trying to get it back, though. The shot taken by York from the goal line goes wide. Shoreswater tried to prevent the dump in from getting any further into the Catholic zone. It squirts free, and it goes up ahead to Nolan Scott, who was racing after it like a bull, but he couldn't get to it that time. And it's shot all the way back in onto Daniel Mark, who will lead this for his defenseman, Cole Mulcahy. Mulcahy up across, hoping for Gabriel. He gets it up ahead to Jackson Shoreswater by himself. Shoreswater looking for space. Had the puck roll off his stick. Shoreswater bodied along the wall, tried to get the puck free to Gabriel one more time, but taking it back now is York. On sides, the long shot in on Daniel Mark, the glove save. Rebound was loose, and Mark got the second save as well off his stick. A little rust from Daniel Mark. Usually makes those glove saves calmly and no rebound, but second save he was able to make. Now, Selwyn in his defensive zone. Nice pass across to his partner, Deininger. One more time, tip it into the zone by Will Brunner. He'll chase after it. Under 10 to go here in the first period. Under 10 minutes, to be more exact. Along the wall, McQueenie gets the loose puck around the goal line, plays it back out to Deininger, back down low quickly to Matthew McQueenie. Sidesteps a man, pass into the slot, and no one was able to take it for CUA. Now back out the line. Selwyn, another shot, goes wide of the cage. May have been a pass as McQueenie hits the man into the boards and falls down as well. Both players fell down. As now Cardinals are still outside, so they can't enter the zone yet. Now McQueenie touches up, but here comes York in on sides. Nice shimmy move, the shot, the save made by Mark off the right pad. Oh, a beautiful save, a nice move, but a better save. McQueenie now overskates the puck. He gets it back, though, and a long feed across over to Merja. Actually was able to hit him on the pass. Nice play as Merja tried to cut in through center, but it was a nice defensive play from York to get it back in time. Henry a shot, went just wide of the cage, through the goal mouth. And getting back behind their net to settle things down is York to try and clear the zone. They will, but just to center ice. Mulcahy floats this one into the zone. 8:50 to go here in the first period. Here comes Timmy Keegan. First shift we've seen of him in a while. It's good to see him back on the ice as well. Now, Henry up in the play. Henry takes the shot and he just missed it wide to the left side. At the point again, Mulcahy. Down low to Connor Combs. Had trouble collecting the pass. Keegan will chase after it, but Henry will get to it instead. Henry waits. Keegan got the pass from Henry, but he mistimed on the pass. And York now still with possession in their own zone, but man, oh man, Catholic has been all over them. 8:25 to go in the first. Mulcahy plays it across to Matthew Hornick. Now an assistant captain as well for the Catholic Cardinals. York in their own end trying to clear. Pretty much just a center though. And here comes Cole Mulcahy with 8:10 to go in the first. Mulcahy around the defense. Waits. Holds at the goal line right side. Looking for the pass into the middle, but it was broken up by York. As here comes Scheinberger. He looks for the long pass up ahead. He's got the man on the money. 2-on-2. And they wait. Hold. They'll just take the shot in on Mark. The save made, rebound, and the other second shot was put just wide of the cage. Floats out towards the point. Nice shimmy move from York. Initially knocked away by Connor Combs, but the rebound was shot in on goal, and Mark was able to make that save. 7:40 to go in the first now. Mulcahy backhander, hard enough, able to get out of the zone, but just to York waiting at the blue line. They're now on sides again. Couldn't get the shot off for a pass off, though, and here comes Henry back across, hoping for James Gabriel. And almost dumped into the zone, but now we're going to have a whistle here, as I believe technically it did hit something on the bench, and it hit a skate. Referee blew his whistle. It'll be a defensive zone draw to the left of Daniel Mark.
Still, Catholic is showing great energy late into this first period with exceptional play from especially Matthew Hornick. Absolutely beautiful drives up the center.
That's Hornick's specialty. And here's a draw, won by York. They get the pass across, and hoping for the one-timer was the open man at the left side wing, but taken back by Donier with a bunch of speed. Gives it across, Gabriel a shot. Oh, and a nice glove save from Chandler. Able to windmill that one a bit that time. Nice save from the goaltender. And excuse me, that was Nolan Scott, not Gabriel, on the shot. They wear similar numbers, and it's the first time I've seen Gabriel on the ice, so excuse me if we messed those names up just for the time being. Off this draw, York able to win it in their defensive zone, holding on to the puck and lugging it now, trying to pass, and it was partly knocked away, but getting back in time was York. They almost had a breakaway. Nice setup from York, but they just couldn't get the home run pass to go. Puck still into the Cardinal zone. Selwyn bodied a bit along the wall. Now getting it is Deininger at the right side wall. Deininger cutting well through center. Holding, waiting, and just shoots this one just wide of Chandler. Chasing after it now was Nolan Scott. Bodies the man along the wall. Schwarzwater gets to the bouncing puck back behind the net. Schwarzwater waits. Hit along the wall, trying to get himself free. Scott goes in to help him. Schwarzwater takes another hit along the wall. Still has the puck. Great feet work and good stick handling by Schwarzwater. Gets himself free. Schwarzwater pass out to Merja on his forehand. The shot, and Chandler shuts the door again. Another nice save.
Exceptionally incredible work by York's goalie over there, Chandler. Getting across from the ice, especially with it was a backdoor pass right there. Those backdoor passes are very tricky and usually result in a goal, but props to Chandler tonight.
Now, what I will say is that Merja it wasn't on his forehand, so it took him a second to bring it to his forehand, and that gave Chandler enough time to get over. But reading the play, it's a nice save as well. He's got to be close to, don't have the shots on goal tally up. I'm just going to estimate he's about 10 saves in the period, could be a bit more as well. He's been under siege so far. Here comes Matthew McQueenie. Dumps this one in and goes to chase after it. Bouncing puck off the glove of the York defenseman, and York will get this puck back as it's deflected into the Cardinal zone. Mulcahy now back behind his net. Backhander pass across to Matthew McQueenie. He gets to it, settles it down, looks over his options, and hits Frankie Merja in on center. Merja, long shot in along Chandler. Blocker save. Big rebound, though. Gets it across to Brunner, and he tucks it home. It's 2-0 Cardinals. So interesting play. I don't know if that's how they really drew it up. Frankie Merja took the long shot. Chandler made the save. And as a goaltender, what you're really looking for is to knock that rebound into the corner, not right back out in front. That's exactly why they tell goalie coaches will tell you, make sure you get that blocker and move it into the corner. But it bounces right back out to Brunner, and the quick low shot on the backhand.
Just another ticket to score again.
Yeah. That time Chandler couldn't get his leg on it. The quick backhand shot by Will Brunner, and it's 2-0 CUA with 5:43 to go in the first period. Will Brunner's 4th goal on the year, his 6th point on the year as well. Brunner looking to continue the good play as the year moves on. Now, poor pass intercepted. York's got it. Shot! Big save, Mark. Rebound was loose for a moment. Mark was just got his leg down just in time. The rebound was a little funky, but he was able to get enough of that one just to prevent the goal. At the goal line again, into the high slot, intercepted by Connor Combs. He's got Weidenkampf with him. Here comes Connor Combs now. Combs takes it to the outside, waits, flyers it just high of the glove of Chandler. Here comes Selwyn now at the left side point, trying to keep it alive. Deininger reads the home run pass from getting through, and here comes Joey Henry now. Gets the puck back at the right side. Henry waits, and elects to take the shot by the goal line. Stick save by Chandler. Rebound loose, taken by Schwaberger, and getting himself free. Here he comes. Got 17 goals on the year. Got to watch out for this guy, as Mark is able to jump out on top of this one and cover up with 4:44 to go here in the first period.
Going back to the save on Daniel Mark over there, it seemed like it bounced off the inner pad, which, for those who don't know, that inner pad is almost, he barely just got in time, but thankfully he did.
Looked like the shot caught Mark a little bit off guard, but they don't ask how. They just ask if you can make the save, and that time Mark did a little unorthodoxly. Now, here comes Jackson Schwarzwater, cutting well through center. The puck was knocked off his stick, and it rolls back out into the defensive zone, where Mulcahy is on it for CUA. Gives it across to Hornick. Hornick looking for options. Long pass to Nolan Scott into the middle. Gets it to Schwarzwater. Schwarzwater waits, and the save made by Chandler. I believe he got a piece. Rebound out to Gabriel, who shot that one just wide. Schwarzwater looking for it. Bodied along the wall. York trying to get to it as well, and Nolan Scott does and dumps it back behind the net with 4:05 to go here in the first. Now, bodies come together along the wall. Nice pass from Gabriel. Backhander shot by Nolan Scott, and a save made by Chandler off the pad. Schwarzwater again. Lugs onto it. Pass down low for Scott. Waits. Holds. Puck rolled off his stick. Plays it down low for Gabriel one more time. Gabriel bodied along the wall, and York will come away with that puck and will fling this one all the way down, and they're going to see if it's hard enough for icing. It isn't, so play will continue with 3:33 to go in the first period. That could have been an ice. It was moving slowly, but enough where it could have been called. But anyway, here comes Mulcahy now, waiting, shooting, save made by Chandler again. Man, oh man, he has been pretty good in this first period so far. His fourth game on the season. Now, cutting well through the middle was Hayden Kleck. More of a playmaker, he only has 3 goals on the year. That time he was overtaken by Merja. Merja plays it down low to Brunner, trying to get to it for CUA. Brunner bodied along the wall. McQueenie battling for that puck as well, and it comes free to Matthew McQueenie. McQueenie tried to move it towards the center, or towards the goal. He sat down with a big check. York, man, oh man, most of this period has just been in their zone. Catholic's pressure has been relentless, but here comes York, almost with a nice move to float it into the zone. Now they do, off the more of a broken play. So Mark will set this up for Selwyn, who plays it back to Deininger. We got 2:35 to go in this first period. Long feed up ahead to Matthew McQueenie, out of his reach, and back to Selwyn, who plays it to his partner Deininger. Deininger plays it back to Selwyn. He tried for a one-touch pass, but it was off the mark. Well, lucky enough for CUA, no one from York was pressing right in his face, so play continues in the O-zone for CUA. Weidenkampf falling down, try to center it towards the cage. Back over to Weidenkampf, and plays it back over to Deininger, but the pass was out of his reach. 2 minutes to go here in the first. Good play by Mulcahy to keep it in the O-zone. Weidenkampf chasing after it. Bodied along the wall. He was going for the puck, but neither player really did, so play will continue. Now, Mulcahy Under 2 to go in the first. Plays it over to Henry. Henry, oh, he hit Keegan with the dump in on that one. What a welcome back for Timmy Keegan as he's feeling his leg a little bit as he was bumped on the dump in. Nonetheless, play continues as Keegan forechecks. Keegan trying to get that puck free. Not able to. Here comes Schwanberger again, but he's overtaken by Henry. Loose puck goes ahead the Catholic way. Keegan tried to lay it ahead for Henry for a moment, but either way, didn't go that way. It's back behind the Catholic net. Minute 20 to go here in the first period. Henry holds on to the puck. Mulcahy plays it back to Keegan. Keegan has it back across over to Hornick. Hornick with time. Long shot in on the goaltender. Chandler, that rebounds into the corner. Another save. About a minute to go here in the first. Loose back behind the net. Nolan Scott chasing. Able to free it up for Schwarzwater. Takes the shot and he just missed it by the goal mouth again. It rolls all the way out through center. Deininger will leave it for Hornick. Hornick waiting. Plays it back out to Deininger. 45 seconds in the defensive zone. Deininger not looking to settle and stay upon this lead. He looks for more as his initial pass was blocked, but gets the second pass to go to Schwarzwater. Schwarzwater has it at the right side. He waits. He holds. Cuts towards the cage. The backhander. Oh, he had the move, but he put it just wide behind the cage. Now, Deininger steps into a quick shot just wide of the cage at the right side. York trying to get out of this period. It's dumped back out where 20 seconds remain on the clock. Deininger across to Logan Selwyn. Keeps his head up and dumps this puck into the zone. 10 seconds to go here in the first. Merja trying to get a hold of that puck. Scott bodies him a little bit and gets a hold of that one. Scott, time winding down. Merja, quick shot towards the goal. The pad save, and that'll take care of the first period. 2-0 CUA after one. Well, quite the period for the Cardinals. It's only 2-0. But man, oh man, they looked very strong. A player of the period for York's got to be their goaltender. He's keeping them in it right now. As for CUA, I'd say either Cole Mulcahy got the scoring started in what could be his final game. So good to see him on the score sheet as well. We'll be back for the first period intermission report in a few minutes. So stay with us here on WCUA. We'll be back. And we're back ready to start the second period of action here. We'll briefly go over the first period stats. 17-8 were the shots in favor of the Catholic Cardinals. 2 goals, Como Cahey, not even a minute in. Quick shot from the right side point, beat the goaltender Chandler. The assists went to Matthew Hornick and Jackson Shoreswald. Second goal a little bit later in the first period. Frankie Mercer took the shot. Like I mentioned, the blocker save was made, but the rebound shot right back out in the high slot. And Will Brunner saw that puck, tucked it home for his fourth goal on the season. So that made it 2-0. Only 1 penalty in that first period. Trent Keenan went to the box for a hooking. Unsuccessful power play. And off this draw initially, here's Gabriel, the shot, and Chandler is able to close his legs on that, glove save by Chandler. Still 2-0 Cardinals. But yes, the 1 penalty on Trent Keenan for hooking, unsuccessful power play for CUA. So we just had Gabriel take a shot. He's been good so far in this first period. Hard to move in front of the net. He's a big body and gets to the greasy areas. Does everything a coach could want. Off this draw in the O-zone, it's 1. Shoreswater's got it. Waits, try to backhander shot. Rebound was loose in the high slot just for a second and now cleared away. Shoreswater trying to get to it. York gets to it first, but just turns it over in the high slot where Scott settles it down, rips it, and he missed it high over that time. They could have used him for the NFL playoffs with that one. Could have been a field goal, but didn't get it to go. Not a field goal in this sport. Anyway, play continues. Here's Matthew Hornick. Plays it back behind for Gabriel. He can't settle it down. It's all the way out of the zone back to Como Cahey. As he'll wait, hold, and sidestep around one and chip it ahead, hoping for himself to get it again, but taken back by York. Here they come. On sides, waiting. Scheiberger, one-timer across. That goes way high, and now almost out of the zone. Gabriel couldn't get it to go. Fanning on the shot now at the point was York, and here comes Scott with speed. Scott the other way, holds, waits, fires it, and a save. No, it was blocked in front. Good defensive play by York, by Hicks. Hicks, the defenseman, a nice defensive play. Gets the puck ahead now at the right side. York's got it, Scheiberger. Nice move, holds, waits, fires it off the mask of Mark. Bailed out his teammate, Selwyn, who took a little bit of a spill on that one, on that play.
Daniel Mark is probably feeling that in his ears right now, but he's still standing.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take his mask off for a second. I've had that happen to myself playing, and I would take the mask off rather quickly right after the draw just to get the ringing out of my ears. The worst is when the play continues and you can't take it off. Anyway, play continues. Matthew McQueenie dumps this puck in. Chase after it himself, tried to free it up for his teammate, Will Brunner. He's not able to get to it. It's cleared out of the zone to center, where Selwyn will play it back across to Jackson Deininger, who plays it into the zone, hoping for Combs, and back over to Deininger at the blue line, waits for his players to get on sides, and now chases after it. Deininger tried to go further into the zone. His stick was lifted, and York, they still can't clear. At the line, Deininger now up in the play. Cuts towards the slide, lets it go, and the save made as he's dumped on the play was Deininger. Chandler makes another save. So if we're counting, since I don't believe we're going to have the shots updated until the end of the period, it looks like Chandler is sitting at about 20 saves, maybe 21 right now. That's 19 saves already, and we're just at the start of the second period. Off this draw, in the O-zone at the left side, or to the left or right of Chandler, Hornick keeps it in at the line, plays it down low across as Weidenkampf was dumped in the slot. The play will continue as here comes Hornick. Looked like he fell nonetheless. It's icing on the play. Hornick fell. Unless they're calling a trip, that shouldn't be an ice on York. They very clearly won the race. I think the ref, let's see. They're just going to move the face-off, I believe, to center, so it won't be icing. So they kind of overruled the linesman's call, and they'll move this draw to center. York's a little frustrated with that. Hornick fell, lost an edge, but nonetheless, draw at center. Won by York cleanly. They'll try and enter the zone. They'll dump this one in as Kays actually played this one into his own bench. So 17:41 to go here in the second period. I don't believe that. Like, going back to that, that should not have been an icing.
Yeah.
So draw in the neutral zone now. Or Henry in to take the draw. Jack of all trades player. Played defense for the majority of this season until now practically. And last year he was a forward at times. And similar player to Brendan Johnson, but both of them can be utility. You can put them at either end of the ice and they'll still get the job done. Now, long feet ahead with time and space. Schonberger's in on goal. Waits. Oh, it fires it. Oh, he missed it just wide. Caught the Catholic defense sleeping, and he couldn't tuck it home. He's looking for his 18th goal of the year and only his 11th game, but couldn't get it to go. Weidenkamp now gets a hold of it. He can't clear off that time. Weidenkamp is knocked down with a hit. Schonberger, one-time pass across, and they missed it that time just wide. Oh, it was a good, strong shot. A couple good chances for York, but both times they've missed the net. Now, Kays trying to clear. He is able to, and Catholic is offsides as Henry touched that puck. And he was in before the puck was. 16:49, Catholic up, but getting a little sloppy here, letting up some high-quality chances.
Especially that breakaway. Exceptionally dangerous, especially with such a close game with this much pressure from both teams. York is putting a great effort despite the immense pressure from Catholic in their zone, I should say.
Absolutely, I have to agree with you. And going back to the breakaway, that's their leading point scorer. 27 points in 10 games. It looks like we're going to have a penalty here as well on the Cardinals. To be honest with you, I did miss the signal on that one. I don't know if something was said on the bench. It didn't really look like much of a penalty to me. But York has their first power play of the evening. Pangborn penalty kill, looks to go 1-for-1. Here comes York set up on the power play. Back out towards the point, open man, Alleman Dinger. Pass across, backdoor, open, shooting and just missing it wide. And this puck will come out of the zone. Barely, but now it flies all the way down into the defensive zone. 16:25 here in the first period. Here's Schonberger, plays it across, open man, he's got Kleck. Kleck drops it off Schanberger, I believe it's Schanberger. Schanberger, open space, down low, now into the middle, backdoor the shot. Oh, he had an open net, and he missed it completely. Goodness. Catholic getting sloppy, missing their assignments. They had the man open backdoor, but getting lucky.
Might need to double check if there's magnets in the ceiling.
Yeah, right? He had a wide open net. He didn't even come close on that shot. But York power play will continue. They have about a minute 18 to work with. Good zone time for York. They're set up well. They've got some players that can really skate and play. And here comes Schanberger again. Schanberger waits, passes it to the middle, gets it across to Kays. Lets it go. And Mark able to hold on. So 15:54 to go, about a minute 5 remaining on the power play for York. Like we mentioned, a lot of great chances, but they haven't finished on any. McQueenie in on the draw against Kleck. Kleck not able to win the draw. McQueenie a nice play, and this one is shot all the way back down as McQueenie won the draw rather cleanly. 15:40 to go here in the second period. Out of his net is Chandler, able to clear the zone and play it across. He's got the man and the pass. Nice play. Into the zone. Mulcahy prevents him from getting to the puck. Referee says it's clean. Mulcahy tried to kick it back to his feet, but they turn it over, and it's a shot just wide of the cage again. So Kays back across one more time to Alleman Dinger. Back at the right side one more time at the point. Backdoor the shot, and a good save from Daniel Markey gets across. Wow.
Couldn't really see the shot there, but I believe it was deflected down from his blocker into his chest.
A picture-perfect play from York to set it up several times. Mark's been reading it like a book, and he did that time again. A nice save from the goaltender. Loose in the slot again, and Catholic able to clear this one out of the zone. Merger will chase after it with 20 seconds to go. 15:10 to go here in the second period. Back behind his cage, and starting up is the York defenseman. Plays it across, it's deflected, and off the glass by the scorer's table goes to Mulcahy. And dumped all the way down where Frankie Merger will play it, going to try and hold on to it, try and shimmy move, but now he gets it back in the high slot, dumps it down low for McQueenie. McQueenie hit along the wall, trying to get himself free. He's knocked down, play will continue, York's got it. York, hard pass along the wall, they've got it to go, and they're going to dump this one into the zone. McKay taken down with a big hit, he wants a call, he won't get it. Big shot from the point as the fan on it rather was York, and Catholic will come away with it. Here comes Brunner, going to chase after this puck, and it will not be icing, but Brunner will get to that puck. Nice pass out to Hornick. Waits, walks the line, and shakes one off. Shakes another one off, but lost the puck in doing so. Slips two. Play continues. Here's Mulcahy, a shot. That was blocked. Rebound, still alive. Puck freed up. Right side wall, Mulcahy. Another shot taken. Right side pad save from the goaltender, Chandler. And loose now. Here comes York. They might have an offense or a rush if they could get the puck into the zone, but that time they couldn't. And defensively now, battling for that puck was Weidenkampf. He's taken down. Play will continue. And here comes the open man for York, Trent Keenan. Keenan in his defensive zone. Clears this one all the way down the length of the ice. They're going to say this will not be ice. Oh, it will be icing, excuse me. 13:39 to go here in the second period. Still 2-0 Cardinals. And as much as when you thought York was down and out, they're really not. I mean, they had a lot of great chances on that power play. They couldn't get any to go in, but they're still in this game, and credit their goaltender as well.
Weidenkampf discussing that last play with the head referee there.
I think he felt there should have been a penalty called on that one, but maybe for a hold or interference, but he doesn't get the call. And play will continue 5-on-5 as this puck is dumped all the way down by York and touched up by Jackson Donninger with 13:30 to go here in the second period. Well, Catholic will be busy next weekend with 2 away games, one next Friday night against Loyola University at the Mount Pleasant Ice Arena at 9 p.m., and next Saturday night at 8:30 against Westchester University at Iceline. We'll have coverage starting at 8:45 on Friday and 8:15 on Saturday. We'll let you know if it's going to be radio only or YouTube at Mount Pleasant. Westchester should have YouTube coverage, but we'll let you know about Friday night. As play continues here, here's Jackson Shoreswater, overskates the puck, and getting it back now to help out his teammate is the new shiny toy, as one could say. Here comes James Gabriel at the left side. Gabriel, nice pass into the high slot, on the money. Nolan Scottish shot went just high of the cage and dumped all the way down. Let's see if this is going to skip up and touch up for an icing, and referee is not going to call icing here, as they said they could have played it. Oh, poor pass from Donninger, intercepted by York. Had the man open. It rolls back to Kays. Pass backdoor. One more time again, and pass backdoor, and they score. York set that play up. They've been looking for it the entire night, and they finally get it to go. 2-1. York cuts the lead in half. That's usually the man that sets up the plays who scored. I believe it was Hayden Kleck who scored for York. It's his 4th goal of the season, but his 19th point on the season. He's more of a playmaker that gets the finish that time. Bit of a breakdown from Catholic. It was an interesting play, as it's really been so fast-paced, and Catholic couldn't get their legs back in time, and a little sloppy in the defensive zone, and it winds up into the back of the Catholic net. 2-1 Catholic, but York just cut it in half. York back in their defensive zone again, trying to move this puck up through center. They feel the momentum shifting, and you can tell, and here comes York again, trying to get around the defensive man, Cole Mulcahy, and he turns it over. In on sides one more time is Schanberger. Waits, drops it into the high slot. Kleck again, and Mark nabs that one out of the air for a save. 12:14 remaining.
It's almost like a momentum shift we've seen from York here. Just a whole new different energy coming into this. We're halfway through, or almost halfway through, the second period.
That's right, Caden. And 2-1 game midway through the second period, and it looked like, Catholic was going to run away with this game. Not so much. The talent of York really starting to show in the second period. They really bounced back, had a slow start to the first period. It's their first game out of the break as well, and sometimes you come out a little slow, but York putting on the pressure here in the second. Long shot in on Mark, directs it to the corner to the left side to Matthew Hornick. Hornick back over to Mulcahy. He waits, looks to the open man McQueenie along the wall, and gives it to his teammate Joey Henry. Right on sides. Henry waits, fires the shot, just wide and deflected into the corner. Henry bodied along the wall. Puck was still loose behind the net as Frankie Merges dumped at the right side point. Mulcahy takes a hit but gets it to go back down low to behind the net. Merger tried to wrap it, gets the pass out to Henry, who took the shot and missed it just wide. Right side point again. Mulcahy a shot. Hit hard off the backboards. McQueenie still has it now. Gives it to Merger. Into the slot, the shot. Looking for the deflection. He couldn't get it to go. Was Henry, and York will clear. Trying to find the long pass up ahead of the defenseman. They've got it in on sides. Firing the shot. And Mark with the shoulder able to make the save. Jackson Bufundo with that nice chance. Mark didn't cheat on that one. Nice shoulder save. At 11:15 to go here in the second period. Off the straw, won by York. Trying to play this one into the high slot. They've got it back to Kays. Lets it go. The save made by Mark. Rebound was loose as he couldn't hold on to that one, and Deininger will have to play this one at the left side wall and out of the zone. Tayton Hicks skating back for it. Gets it across to his partner. Open man now into the center is Kleck. Kleck looking for two. In on sides. He's got it. Waiting, holding around one, and now back out towards behind the cage is Kleck. Waiting. Try to give it off to his defensive or his teammate. Weidenkampf looks for it and plays it ahead out of the zone, hoping for Combs, who's got it. Combs gets it to Will Brenner, the shot. Save made by Chandler. Redirected the puck into the corner, and Brenner's got it again. Left side point. Oh, turning it over now. You got a 2-on-0 going the other way potentially, but the puck was just by the goal line. Nonetheless, they cut towards the cage. They wait, hold, fire the shot. They score. Oh, the seeing eye shot from Schanberger, and just like that, we're tied up at 2. $10:19 to go here in the second period, and we're deadlocked again at 2 apiece. Schanberger's 18th goal of the season. I don't know if he had an assist on the other goal. 28 points on the year. Look out for a moment.
And we got Dave Zapp going into net into the halfway through the second period.
Yeah, this was planned. Not anything about pulling Danny. He's upset with himself for the last goal as he slams his stick coming off the ice. But yes, David Zapp now in for CUA. This was planned from the start. Yeah. It's a non-league game. They want both goalies to get back into the swing of things here, and David Zapp will play the remainder of this game. Here's a tip, deflection, score! It's James Gabriel gives the Cardinals the lead right back, and it's first collegiate goal for the young man. Gabriel with the tip, and the Cardinals, just like that, they're back in front.
Once again, absolutely beautiful setup from Matthew Hornick, dropping it down into the zone and then setting up for a shot, and then a beautiful tip from a new player, James Gabriel.
James Gabriel's first collegiate goal, his first collegiate point. Congratulations to the young man. Seeing eye shot from Hornick. He's able to get a stick on it, deflect it below Chandler's pad and his arm. It's 3-2 Cardinals. Always great to see young players get their first win as a goaltender and their first point or goal. Good to see James Gabriel on the score sheet. And didn't expect it maybe so quickly, but he's on the score sheet. 3-2 Cardinals midway through the second period. Here's Nolan Scott looking to find Gabriel, but the pass was blocked away. At the point, Shoreswater tried to keep it along at the line. He couldn't, and now the Cardinals are offsides as Gabriel was still in the zone. Now going back to that play, and that was right after the goal where Schanberger had just tied the game up. The Cardinals came back with a vengeance, that's for sure.
Yeah, really sending the message over to York saying, hey, we're not messing around. We're putting the pressure right back on.
And they did. It was a quick Hornick shot. Chandler, no chance on that one. And Gabriel, right place, right time, net front kind of player, as we'll try and see more of that as his career continues on at CUA. 3-2 CUA as Gabriel has scored. Now, loose puck in the high slot again. If you're York, you know that you've got a new goalie in. You want to get some quick shots on him, but the Cardinal defense really has to settle down here and buckle in a little. 9:20 to go in the second. Pass ahead to Matthew McQueenie. He sidesteps, almost sidesteps the check, but he lost it. York will shoot this one all the way down. It's going to be no icing as it was touched on the way by the goal line. Here comes Matthew Hornick with time and space. Hornick around one and another, still has the puck on his stick, and he's on sides. York said it's offsides. Referee said it was good, though. Play continues. Neither player was able to get it for CUA. Kays plays it ahead, hoping for Kleck. He's got him. Kleck dumps this one into the zone. David Zapp out of his net to stop it, or at least partially. And getting onto that puck now is, well, was going to be York, but the man fell as he was going towards that puck. So Hornick comes away with it, plays it across to Frankie Merja, into the middle to Matthew McQueenie. Dumps this puck in, and he'll go for a change with 8:33 to go here in the second period. Long feed ahead. They've got a breakaway. Ahead of the play is Schanberger. In on goal. He waits. He shoots. And the glove save from David Zapp. He comes in cold, and he makes a beautiful save. Wow. That's not an easy man to stop a puck against, that's for sure.
Exceptional read from Dave Zapp there. Just incredible, incredible glove work.
That's just what you're looking for if you're York. You got a new goalie.
Just put as many shots as you can.
Yeah, and one of the first chances he faces is against their top scorer, by far, and he just scored a goal. Great save from David Zapp. He has been on fire this year. Senior goaltender, his last season at CUA, and comes out in the second semester with a beautiful save to start. Now here's Weidenkampf now, back behind the net, holds onto the puck, plays it back out towards the point to Deininger, and it went off his skate again, and they got maybe another breakaway, but the Cardinal defense able to get back in time and shoot this puck in. 8 minutes to go here in the second period. 3-2 the score. At the line, goal line, excuse me. Brunner tried to play it. Keegan going after it, takes the man into the boards. Brunner battling for it. Keegan is too. Weidenkampf gets it, plays it back behind the net, but no one able to get it for CUA. York with a little bit of time would play this one out of the zone. The Selwyn, who gains the red line, picks his head up and tried to dump this one into the zone, but well, he was able to, as York wasn't really able to settle that puck in the defensive zone, and now loose at center. Deininger preventing the home run pass for York, and now it's almost into the zone to hit the referee's skate. So it's loose at center where Nolan Scott will now dump this puck in. 7:24 to go here in the second period. Puck loose at the Cardinals' blue line. Now shot all the way on David Zapp. Well, it's actually wide, so this will be icing with 7:11 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities for York with those almost two breakaways, but with just that one with Dave Zapp's exceptional save.
That's a spectacular play, and this puck is gloved by Chandler. But like you mentioned, I just want to add on to this too. What you're saying is, if Catholic is sleeping on these line changes, then York's going to take advantage of it. And as much as David Zapp did make that save, you cannot let Schanberger get that many chances.
I was giving him a free ticket, just straight to the net and scoring.
David Zapp said no that time. Just try and limit his opportunities as much as you can. He is a spectacular player. I believe he has 2 points tonight so far as play continues here. Back behind the net. Cardinals trying to get to it, trying to kick the puck free. It rolls out towards the point to Mulcahy, who settles the puck down. Okay, across to Schwarzwater. Into the middle, hoping for Gabriel again. He's got it. Gabriel holds. Nice backhand pass into the slot. Able to get it to Schwarzwater, who couldn't settle it. Now he does. Cuts towards the slot, the shot, and the save made by Chandler. Holds his ground. Rebound loose. Scott gets to it. Gabriel again. Back out towards the right side point, Mulcahy. A shot taken. The glove save made by Chandler. Big hit in front on Nolan Scott. And he's slow to get up. See if he goes to the bench or continues to stay out there, as he was hit hard at center. Now, Mulcahy walks the line. In on side, shoots it. That's deflected into the safety netting with 6:12 to go here in the second period. Looking at Nolan Scott coming off the bench on the bench now. Looked like he got hit up high, and obviously he had his shoulder dislocated, and he's in a lot of pain on the bench. As you can see, he's grimacing right now, and Cardinals don't want to lose him again. Here's Merja, a quick shot off the draw. Rebound back in front, another shot. It's loose. Merja's got it again, and he put it just wide. Oh, Chandler was scrambling around. Had a wide open net with Merja, but he couldn't tuck it home. And York plays this puck into the safety netting with 6 minutes exactly to go here in the second period. Cardinals still in front 3-2. Yeah, I can see Nolan Scott grimacing on the bench still. He's going to try his best to finish the game, obviously, but that was a big hit. He took it right in front.
Yeah, that much mass and that much speed and energy going down into the ice, especially after a fresh injury. It's real dangerous situation, but we'll hope for the best.
Off this draw in the defensive zone. McQueenie tried to get to it. It rolls out towards the point to Deininger. He overskates it. He got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Kays and Schanberger. Kays waits. Pass across to Schanberger. Nice play defensively. Getting back was Mercer to prevent it. Schanberger walks the line. And nice play by McQueenie, trying to spring Henry potentially for a breakaway, but Schanberger says nah, and he's in on sides again. Schanberger waits, cuts towards the slot. The shot falling down. I believe it's loose into the corner, and thought we had a penalty coming up, but no, arms are raised and play continues. Nice defensive play from CUA. Thought it was a trip defensively. I don't know if he fell on his own. Maybe I just missed that, but play continues here. Long shot in on David Zapp, and he's able to glove that one down. Referee wants him to play it, but we'll have another face-off defensively for CUA. And the way everybody reacted so slowly, the puck was in the corner, Catholic touched it. I think maybe even they thought there was a penalty on themselves for a trip.
Especially the York player that was in the paint where Zaps was. I believe he thought he was going to get one for interference there.
Yeah, absolutely. Referees keep their whistles in their pockets for now. Now you got a 2-on-1 the other way if they can hurry. Combs to Weidenkampf. Pass was a little bit out of his reach. He'll chase after it, back behind the net, hoping to find Connor Combs. And puck rolls back out to Cole Mulcahy. Takes the shot. Save made it. There was a big hit at the point. Mulcahy actually knocked the man down. It rolls to Weidenkampf on his forehand, the shot. Another save by Chandler. Rebound loose. York trying to clear. They do. Puck in the skates of Mulcahy as he's hit. Now dumped into the zone where David Zapp will leave it for Matthew Hornick. Under 5 to go here in the second period. Here comes Hornick. Moving well through center. Hornick's got it. Waits. Holds. Tries to cut in towards the net. The backhander and the save. Where's the puck? It's loose back on the side of the net. Goaltender got up like he didn't know exactly. I guess he didn't know where it was. And play continues in the defensive zone. Now on sides, Mulcahy falls down. It looked like it was a rather clean play to me. He wanted a call. He won't get it. Left side point, Mulcahy plays this one down low for Weidenkampf. Across over to Nolan Scott. Good to see him on the ice and taking checks as he usually does. Shoulder must be feeling all right if he's doing all that. Good to see him. Schwarzwater now, chasing after it by the goal line. Waits, looks for the man in front. Schwarzwater lugs it back out towards the right side dot. Shakes a man off. Holds it back out left side point to Mulcahy. Fires it. It was blocked. Rebound went back to Mulcahy for a moment. The play will continue. Here comes Schwarzwater. Waits. Holds another shot. He scores! Jackson Schwarzwater. Top left corner, and he makes it 4-2.
Absolutely beautiful goal. We heard it from here from the commentator box. The puck just ripping right off the top of the bar and straight into the net.
That seeing eye shot from Schwarzwater wasn't much to shoot at, really. But he's able to get that one to go. Schwarzwater's 13th goal on the season. It's his 19th point. Second in points behind Frankie Merja. As off this draw, Gabriel is tripped. The play will continue as Schwarzwater has it again in the shot and the save made. Rebound loose one more time. Loose along the wall. Coming away with it now is York, and they touch up. It's going to be a trip on York. It's Gabriel cheer that penalty. Let's see what the guilty party is for York. And it's going to be Hicks, number 4. Tayton Hicks, 8th penalty minute of the season in the box for tripping. So off this draw, 3:26 remaining here in the second period. Nolan Scott in to take the draw for CUA. Second power play of the evening. Really hasn't been a highly penalized game.
And I believe that puck went into the scorekeeper box.
Yeah, Nora was a little rattled in that one. As she actually didn't stop the clock as that happened. It should be about 3:26, I think. So we'll try and see if she'll put some more time on the clock. She was rattled by that puck flying at her. York trying to clear. She put it at 3:50. I think that's a little too much. 3:39 is what I had last on my clock. But I guess we're gonna go back up to 3:50. So 3:50 remaining here in the second period. So more time is magically put on the clock. And it's cleared all the way down off the draw. David Zapp will decide to set this one up and leave it for Cole Mulcahy. 3:45 to go here, 1:40 to go on the Cardinals' second Priz power play of the evening. Matthew Hornick in on sides, waits, holds, takes his time, looks over his options. He's got the open man Mulcahy. Fakes the shot, left side wall, Shoreswater looking for the pass back door. Elects to go to Hornick. Hornick waits, lets it go. Save made, rebound. Chandler's got it. No, he doesn't. It's loose back behind the net. Nolan Scott is dumped behind the play. York's going to get to it, and they're going to clear. 1:12 to go here in the second period. It's on the power play. You got 3:10 to go here in the second period clock. Here's Mulcahy with speed again. Mulcahy waits, cuts towards the cage, elects to go behind the net and trying to set up shop. Gets it to Shoreswater, under a minute to go on the power play. Shoreswater down low to McQueenie, waits, holds, cuts towards the net, backdoor feed, and it went just off the back wall. Mulcahy now, center point, plays it across to Hornick. Hornick, nice shimmy move, gets himself free, gets to his forehand, he lets the shot go, and it rolls to Chandler off the end boards. He'll cover up. 2:40 to go on the power in the second period. 37 seconds left in this power play for the Cardinals. A lot of good chances, like we mentioned.
York's putting up a good fight.
Yes, they are. Everything but the finish for CUA on the power play. Like you mentioned, York is putting up a good fight. They've had the trio, really, Schanberger, Kays, and Kleck really carrying that offense right now. They're doing a good job at doing so. Catholic trying to limit that. In the high slot, Cardinals able to clear out of the, or excuse me, York able to clear, and Donier gets the puck back to Merja at center. Merja in on sides, waits, holds, lets the shot go. Chandler was ready, square to the puck. He makes the save, no rebound. So 4-2 still, 18 seconds to go on the Cardinal power play. I'd like to make this one count. Go up in the out of the period, up 3. York's got a lot of talent just with those 3 players. You'd like to go up another goal if possible to end the second period. Here's Merja, lets it go, and I believe Chandler may have got a piece again. Another save for the goaltender. He has been on fire tonight. He's gotten beat on a couple goals. I think the first one he'd like back, but besides that, he really hasn't had much of a chance. Chandler doing his part, trying to keep his team in the game, and he has for the most part tonight. Now here comes York. Defensively, they're going to get this puck out of the zone. 2 seconds and 1 on the power play. It's over, unsuccessful. A lot of great chances. Cardinals couldn't get it to go. Here comes Frankie Merja. Steps into a shot. He missed at that time, and it deflects into the safety netting at the far side with 1:56 to go in the second period. So defensive zone draw coming up to the right of the goaltender. Nolan Scott in to take it for CUA. Not able to win it, but he gets it free. He scores! Nolan Scott with the fifth celly. 5-2 Cardinals. An interesting play. It kind of bounced to him off the faceoff. And he puts it into the back of the net. Cardinals up 5-2, just what they needed.
It's definitely safe to say that Nolan Scott is definitely doing much better after the big hit or earlier in this period, but good see him performing well.
Yeah, it was a really quick play off the draw. Gabriel got it back to Scott, and Scott kind of let it go. It looked like it was his initial shot was blocked. It came back to him, and the second shot went over the shoulder of Chandler. Cardinals up 5-2 now. Not sure if Gabriel will get an assist officially, but if he does, he's got his second point on the night. And Nolan Scott back from injury. He scores in his first game back. Good to see him on the score sheet. Now, right side wall. Deininger's got it. Long feed open for Gabriel, just out of his reach, but Nolan Scott will play it ahead to Gabriel, who just lost an edge at that last moment. Play will continue. It won't be icing. Gabriel going after it. Lays a body into the corner, trying to free up the puck. Hacking and whacking his way, but losing his stick at the same time. And here comes Kays now with space. York not giving up here. Here's Schanberger, holds onto the puck, waits at the goal line. Nice feed across the Kays. This is their bread and butter. They love this play. Kays back down low again. They had a wide open net for a second, but not able to settle it with Schanberger. He's got it again at the point. lugs onto the puck. Nice shimmy move at the line. They say they were on sides, I believe, but Cardinals get to the puck anyway. They got Henry ahead of the pack. Henry in on goal, cuts towards the net. Deke, he shoots, he scores! Joey Henry with the backhander move, and it's 6-2 Cardinals. Oh my goodness, I thought he lowered the shoulder. He was going to shoot it potentially. But Joey Henry goes to his backhand. He's been trying that move in practice consistently, and he gets to go in a game. Joey Henry's, I believe it's his second goal of the season. Yes, it is. Joey Henry gives the Cardinals a 6-2 lead with under a minute to go here in the second period. Speaking to Henry before the game, he had his worries about playing center tonight. He hadn't done it in a while, and he wasn't really maybe too happy. He just liked being on the back end, but Henry now showing he can play a little bit of center. Nice play. Cardinals up by 4. Here's McQueenie. 25 seconds to go here in the second. McQueenie plays it across to Mercer. The pass was out of his reach, and Hicks now will play it into the middle, hoping for, up the right side wall, hoping for the open man. Playing this one out of midair was York for just a moment. You got 10 seconds to go here in the second period. It rolls back to Hornick, who plays it to Mulcahy. Mulcahy plays it ahead, hoping for Merja. This one is shot in on goal on David Zapp. He makes the save, and time will run out in the second period. Now, that was a fun period, that's for sure. Cardinals up by 4 to end the second. We'll be back to break it down in a few minutes, but the Cardinals, a very productive period. We'll be back to break it down in a few minutes. Stay with us here on WCUA. Welcome back. Second period intermission report live from the Tucker Road Ice Rink in Fort Washington, Maryland. Oh, it's 2-0 Cardinals after one period of play, and now it's 6-2. Yeah, I'm still trying to process what happened in that second period myself, but a lot of fun in that second period. Let's start with the goals. 2-1. Kleck scored for York. Hayden Kleck scored his fourth goal of the season. With the assist going to Evan Kays and Tristan Alleman-Dinger. A nice play, pretty much went backdoor twice. They tried it a couple times, and they got it to go on the second time, and that's what made it 2-1. Later, they tied the game. Schanberger scored his 18th goal of the season. The assist this time went to Kleck and Alleman-Dinger again. This time it was a 2-0 pretty much, but the pass was out of his reach. Alleman-Dinger passed this one ahead, hoping for the stretch pass. He didn't get it, but Schanberger tracked the puck down by the goal line, cut in on Daniel Mark, and beat him with a shot to the far side. One Mark would like back, but that was his last moments of the second period, and he was pulled after the goal. So David Zapp came in. He's played since. He hasn't let up a goal. Or he didn't let up a goal in that second period. Now, moving to the Catholic goals, they had 4 goals in response to that. So as soon as Daniel Mark went to the bench, they put in David Zapp off that next face-off practically. Matthew Horton took a shot and was deflected by James Gabriel. That's his first collegiate goal. Nice play. Just deflected it underneath the pad or over the pad of Chandler. That made it 3-2. A little bit later, it was 4-2 when Schwarzwater beat Chandler with a bar-down shot to the top left corner of the net. Beautiful shot. Not much you could do on that one. The assists went to Cole Mulcahy and James Gabriel. Later, it was 5-2. Like we said, it was the quick play off the draw where Nolan Scott cut in towards the net, or he didn't cut in towards the net. It was off the face-off, and he took a shot. It bounced off of Gabriel or off of Scott. It was hard to tell from this angle. And Scott took another quick shot and beat Chandler above the shoulder to make it 5-2. And finally, the last play, Selwyn's pass up ahead to Henry. He had a step, and he lowered his shoulder and put it in on the backhand to make it 6-2 Cardinals, and that is where we stand after the second period. A lot of crazy stuff in that second period, man, but a lot of fun.
Of course, especially with as a goalie on the breakaway, anything like any slight deviation or slight tip off of anything can really throw you off or help you, save the goal. And that drop shoulder that Joey did onto that initial breakaway definitely threw the goalie off, because one of the biggest thing I do as a goalie is obviously look at the puck, but see any signals of like indication of when they're going to shoot. And just seeing a shoulder, flex, tension up, that's like a big giveaway that, hey, this guy might be taking a shot. And Joey Henry just used that to his advantage, made the goalie move a little too early, and then just popped it in on the backhand.
Yeah, he's been trying that move a lot in practice, and now he gets it to go in a game, like we mentioned. Now, shots were 14-11 in favor of the Cardinals, and you had a bit of pushback from York and then more pushback from CUA. So Cardinals up 6-2 heading into the third period. Only 2 penalties in the second period as Luke Weidenkopf got called for delay of game. Looked like it was hard to tell from our angle, but Luke Weidenkopf basically held the puck in his glove for about maybe 4 seconds, and then the referee took Weidenkopf to the penalty box for 2 minutes for delay of game. And then York tripped James Gabriel later in the second period. That's where we stand penalty-wise. And the Cardinals are up 6-2 heading into the third period. While we have an extra second, like we mentioned, Catholic will be busy next weekend with 2 away games. One next Friday night against Loyola University at the Mount Pleasant Ice Arena. That's in Baltimore, 9 p.m. And next Saturday night at 8:30 against Westchester University at Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania. Coverage will begin 15 minutes before each game, 8:45 on Friday night, 8:15 on Saturday night. Next Friday, we might have YouTube coverage. We're not sure yet. We have to see what's going on with the Wi-Fi in Baltimore. And then next Saturday night, we've had YouTube games before in Westchester, so we'll look for that to continue when we play in Westchester next Saturday night. 1 hour ride from campus to Baltimore, about Mount Pleasant Ice Arena, and then it's about a 3.5 hour ride to Pennsylvania on next Saturday night. So we hope to see you there for some future Cardinal games, but for now, let's come back to the third period here and see the Cardinals try and close this one out. Off this draw. Looked like it didn't hit his stick. It did, said the official. So the roll to Chandler, who will cover this one up with his blocker. 19:46 to go here in this third period. Still, I would still say this game is far from over. Yes, it's a 4-goal lead, but with how quickly York moves into transitions, how quickly and how well those three players gel together on the line, they're pretty much trouble up until the final whistle. Off this O-zone draw, Cardinals can't win it. It's dumped back behind the net where Mulcahy will have to look up and try and play this one, and it'll roll for icing. It looked like for a second it might slow up, but it didn't. 1937, so icing on York. One quick thing to mention that we haven't mentioned yet. How about James Gabriel? He has 3 points in his collegiate debut. Goal and 2 assists. Very impressive. A nice deflection goal, and then the 2 helpers as well. One was a secondary assist, and one was the direct assist. Good plays from Gabriel. I'll obviously hope to see more of that in the future. But like we mentioned, he was the captain at Devon Prep. Making his game known as here he comes again. Gabriel now with a step. Gabriel a shot. The save made. Rebound just pushed just wide. Oh, on the backhander. Good luck with Shoreswater for his second goal, but he couldn't get it to go. Like we mentioned, Gabriel still making plays and obviously looking for more points. Shoreswater gets away from a body at the right side goal line. Waits. Pass back door. Hornick rips one, and stepping in front of that, I believe, was Schanberger to knock that one out of play.
Yeah, but going back to James Gabriel, absolutely incredible performance, especially as a freshman. There's so much pressure on you, so much things you have to consider, and he's really making good use of his time here on the ice.
He sure is tonight. He's getting a lot of it, that's for sure. Cardinals have, Steven Terenzio has put him in a lot of big situations, and he's done his job well. Now Merja picks up a loose shot, deflects, not in the net. It hit off the skate of McQueenie. It looked like it was bouncing towards the net, but it actually bounced the other way. And it's still 6-2. So play continues. Deininger trying to get the puck free. It's out of the zone. Merja plays it across back out to Henry, and he'll dump this one in. Merja will chase. Shot all the way back down. Referee's going to call icing when now Selwyn touches up. 18:36 remaining here in this third period. Cardinals with a 4-goal lead, trying to get off actually a 3-game losing streak, a quiet 3-game losing streak, if you ask me. Yeah, the 2 games at the tournament they lost, Penn State and Ramapo, obviously with a bunch of injuries, and playing 1 league game and losing that one, unfortunately, to Maryland, which is you hate to see. Obviously, any league game you hate to lose. But yeah, they actually do come into this game riding a 3-game losing streak. It just doesn't seem that way, though, because of how well they've played overall, despite all the circumstances against them. 7-5-1 coming into this game and looking to make it 8-5-1 if they can hold on here in this third period. So 18-10 to go here in the third. McQueenie chases after it. Man falls down. McQueenie falls on top of him, but he couldn't get to the puck. York with time and space almost flubbed handling that puck, and well, they kind of do, but they still have the puck in the defensive zone. Here's Schanberger. He was one of the players taken to Austria for the ACCHL international games. There's a couple other Cardinal players we'll mention in a second, but he was one of the guys that went, and he's one of the reasons you can see that he went. Schanberger just stick handling a bunch of Cardinal players, had Combs falling down, and here's a one-timer. The save made, rebound, and they couldn't tuck it home was York. Still loose in the slot. David zapped down a wide open net. Oh my goodness, they put it just wide. This is what I'm talking about here. York really won't go away. They have all their good pressures and chances, especially with Schanberger. But for the Cardinal players that did go to Austria was Brendan Johnson, Cole Mulcahy, Matthew Hornick, and Jackson Shoreswater. And these players were selected to go last summer. So if you were wondering why did Hornick go, he hasn't played at all. They were selected after last regular season in the playoff. So a couple Cardinal players went at a good time, and another player, there's a glass. Big hit along the glass by Connor Combs, and he's still going to get to the puck, but it's dumped back behind the cage. Trying to get to it is Weidenkopf, but in the high slot, an open chance for Cage. He couldn't get his stick on it in time. Selwyn turns his puck over. Back door, wide open. Cage was awning, but they couldn't get the pass through. Cage lugs onto the puck. Schanberger gets himself free. Waits, lets it go. He missed it just wide. And he was, like I mentioned, he was another player taking Austria as well. And you can see why. So battling for it as well. Cole Mulcahy trying to clear at the right side point, holding onto the puck. was William Freed. Played it back down low, the shot, and he had it again. They had an open cage, and the Cardinals getting lucky here. York pretty much doing everything but putting the puck in the back of the cage. Cardinals need to tighten up a bit. Now, in the slot, rolls out towards the point. Here comes Schwarzwater. He had a 2-on-1, but he's by with one man, but he kind of gets around him. Schwarzwater with a step, tries to drag it, and Chandler with the stick with the save. Schwarzwater lugs onto the puck, looking for the tip. Save made, and able to get onto that rebound was goaltender Cameron Chandler for another save.
Yeah, really great job from York for these past 3 minutes. A lot of pressure from their end in our defensive zone, and frankly, a lot of good work from our defensive team as well, managing that pressure, especially from the 3 players who, you said who went to Austria? It was 2, I think, I believe.
For CUA or for York?
For York.
They had 2 players go, Schanberger and one other player. I believe it was Evan Kays, but I'm not exactly sure who the second player was, if I'm being completely honest. It was either Kays or Kleck, one of those players. But yes, those 2 players have been at it all night. They're top 2 leading point scorers for York, and you can see why they would go to have a nice honor to go and play in Austria. Now, Schwarzwater has it, waits, fires it, it's blocked away into the corner. Gabriel, a turning shot, he couldn't get it to go. Back out towards the point. Hornick has it, walks the line, cuts in, takes the shot. He fanned on it though. Scott trying to get it back for the Cardinals. He does. Gets it across to Hornick. Hornick waits, fires it. Just missed it high that time. Now again, Schwarzwater trying to get to it for the Cardinals. Plays it back out to Gabriel, back by the goal line. Back out towards the point. Hornick walks, nice move. He shimmies himself free and takes the shot. Chandler answers the door again, or the bell again. Another save. Now at the point, it's going to roll out of the zone. 15:08 to go here in the third. Hornick, nice move to get around one. Almost lost the puck. He gets it back. Hornick cuts in. Tried to cut in towards the net again. They push him to the outside. Now back out towards the point. Mulcahy fires it. It's blocked off the skate. York trying to calm it down and get them so his legs going. They'll move it back out towards the right side and still can't clear. As Scott with a nice play prevents it from York from exiting. The right side, Jack Bufundo tried to get the puck out of the zone. He gets it ahead and able to get it to the open man, Hayden Kleck. Kleck trying to clear. It rolls back out to McQueenie. Fans on the puck. Now, nice feed to Merja. He scores! Oh, a nice pass from McQueenie. Merja finishes, and it's 7-2 Cardinals.
I believe that was between the legs of McQueenie, backhand pass to Merja to center ice for that goal right there. Absolutely beautiful.
It was kind of he kind of fanned on the initial pass, but he had time to get a second one off. Nice play from McQueenie. That puts McQueenie at 11 points on the year in 11 games, so he's point per game. Frankie Merja's second goal of the night puts him at 16 on the season. Caught Chandler cheating a little bit, and Merja had a lot of time to walk in towards the slide. Give him that much time. He's going to find a spot to put that puck, and he did. Cardinals now up ahead by 5. So, Deininger has to get on his horse here as he takes a little bit of time here to move on to this puck, and now he's moving well through center. Deininger's got it with a lot of speed. Stops, waits, holds, and takes the shot. It was deflected off a hand and off a stick, and York will get to it. York now trying to just find anything in this game, still looking for the home run pass. They've had it a few times, and like we mentioned, they've been close to succeeding on it, but you can't keep giving them these chances, and it's picked off again from a Selwyn pass. Another shot. I believe that rolled off the glove of David Zapp. Now at the point, Cardinals trying to get it back. Oh, man, Mulcahy is dropped with a big hit. Play continues. Turnover in the high slot, Schanberger. What's for the pass back door? They got it. They score. Nice to play. Mulcahy fell down. He wanted a call. He didn't get it. They had the backdoor play set up perfectly, and they tuck it home. It's 7-3. Cardinals up. Still up by 4. I believe, is it? 13 who has the goal for Tristan Almendinger, the defenseman up in the play, gets it to go. And it's 7-3 in favor of the Catholic Cardinals. Off this draw at center, it's one back into the York zone. Cardinals trying to stay alive and stay with it. Oh, Keegan falling down, takes out a couple players, and they're going to call a trip. on Keegan. I think he was going to say he was knocked into as Keegan says, me? You're taking me to the box? Well, yeah, apparently they are for a trip. He doesn't like the call. He's frustrated with it. Player gets back up to his feet. We hope he's okay, as it wasn't intentional by Keegan, but, well, actually, they do share the same last name here. Keegan, so Tim Keegan will head to the box for the Cardinals. 2 minutes for a trip, and we hope Trent Keenan is okay for York. It looks like he is. Got up to his feet. And this should be a O-zone draw for York. They are on the power play, unless they're trying to say that it's defensive zone draw for some reason. Wait and see. It's going to be... trying to see. I don't see a penalty listed on the scoreboard just yet. Nora waits for a confirmation from the officials. Or did they not call a trip? I thought they had called a penalty.
That's what I also thought, too. I believe Tim Keegan's back on our bench.
He's on the bench. I thought they called him for a penalty. I just assumed so. Referee, coach from York is upset. I don't blame him. It's a power play. You're down 4. You know, this power play, what they can do.
Take any chance you get.
Yeah. I don't blame him. I thought that was a penalty on Keegan.
I think from the ref's perspective, I don't think, obviously Tim Keegan was doing that intentionally. He was knocked into from our perspective at least. So I can understand the confusion.
Oh, wow. Now you've got York in the box. I thought this was a penalty on the Cardinals on Keegan. It looked like that. I thought I saw the referee put his hand up.
But I believe it was an interference call for York.
I guess that would be the right call. It took Keegan away. Rather confusing, but Cardinals, I had all that confusion there on the power play. 2 minutes. Connor Prowell in the box for York. So Cardinals trying to add to their lead here. Shoreswater gets it back to Mulcahy. He waits, fires the shot. The glove save from Chandler. He saw it all the way, and he'll glove that one down. So
York is coach showing his frustration about the current situation to the head official, the center ice.
It looks like he's talking to his players.
Oh, it is. All right, I am mistaken.
Trying to draw up some play, get themselves back into the game here. It's a non-league game tonight, but both teams now, I believe this is both of their first games back into, not league play, but getting both teams back into the swing of things here to start the second semester. Here comes Matthew Hornick. Time and space, in on sides, on the power play. Hornick waits, holds, looked to drag it, but he lost the puck along the end boards. Minute 20 to go here in the power play. Here comes York shorthanded. Schanberger, watch out. Schanberger cuts in, he's knocked down, that's the trip. They didn't like the call. I don't know if that's a makeup call, perhaps. It looked like a trip to me, if you ask me. Stick went right under the skate, that's a trip. So now the Cardinals' power play will be negated. So have Prowell in the box, and now he'll have Shoreswater joining him for 2 minutes. Coach Terenzio does not like the call. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 47 seconds, and then it'll be a power play for the remainder of the minute 13 for York. So 4-on-4 play ensues, and, well, a lot of speed here. Here's Mercer actually beating the man to the puck, tried to kick it to his feet. He's knocked down. He was held a bit. Penalty. Both teams wanted a penalty for different things. They wanted a hold either on Mercer or they wanted a hold either on York. Referees let them play on. Play continues here. Here comes Schanberger. Nice move around McQueenie. He's got it. Cuts towards the high slot. Waits. He's around one. Can he finish it? Oh, he lost the puck at the last second. Cardinals getting lucky here. 4-on-4, more time and space. As Schanberger picks up his stick, he took the shot, and Deininger meets the stick at the same time, deflects it out of play.
Seemed like the puck was going to join the Artemis mission over to the moon on that one.
Yeah, good defensive stick from Deininger. It was pretty quick. That was a span of in like 3 seconds where he had dropped his stick, picked it up, and took a shot. Impressive. Now Schanberger walks to the slot again, and he missed it again on the second try. Back in the high slot, or behind the net, excuse me. Rolls out to Schanberger at the left side. Takes his time. Floats it across, and this is going to go into the safety netting off the stick, I believe, of McQueenie. 11:40 remaining here in the third period. Minute 20 seconds remaining on the initial penalty to CUA. Or to York, excuse me. And the remaining time will be a power play to York. Off this draw, it's won by York. They play it back down low as 4-on-4 play continues. Walking the goal line and now coming out towards the faceoff dot. Cave, open man, Alman Dinger, the shot. Blocked. Goes back out to Kays. At the goal line, controlling play. Schanberger walks it to the high slot. Excuse me, it's Kleck. Man out of the box. Cardinals now shorthanded. Scott gets to it. He knows it. Plays it back behind the net. Well, he tries to get to it, as does Kay. Kay holds onto the puck. He's got it. Kay waits. Holds. The shot off the far side or the near side, and Zapp was able to hold on to that one for a save. So 32 seconds to go, and we've got a timeout. Yes, he just called timeout. Was the York coach. Or maybe he sees something, the matchup he likes of the players on the ice. He wants a quick goal just to talk things over. And you get this quick goal, you're down 3 with 11 minutes to go. Let's say you score in the next 30 seconds on the power play. You're down 3 with 10 minutes to go in the third. That's still a lot of time.
And especially what happened in the second half of the second period from Catholic. Anything is possible with 11 minutes left on the clock.
Absolutely. The scoring avalanche practically, and we'll see if, well, hopefully that doesn't happen. But
of course,
like we mentioned, it's possible. So the Cardinals, this game's not out of reach yet. You really have to keep an eye on those 3 players who have pretty much done everything for York this
really
evening.
Running the show on York's behalf.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with how short their bench is too. They're going to get triple shifted even. They're not getting double shifted now. They're going to get triple shifted as this game continues to move on. The referees having a little discussion of their own. A little laughter from the officials. Another laughing matter for the York College as they try and come back in this game. 11:04 to go here in the third. 32 seconds remaining on the penalty to Jackson Shoreswater for tripping. So draw to the right of David Zapp. Nolan Scott in to take the draw against Hayden Kleck. The Spring Grove, Pennsylvania native. Puck was dropped and cleared all the way out by the Catholic Cardinals. With 10:55 to go here in the third, 20 seconds remaining on the York power play. They get the pass across, open man with time and space is Kleck, trying to lug on to that puck. It was knocked off his stick. Regaining it now, CUA. And he will fling this one all the way down with 7 seconds left to go in this penalty. Cardinals just about kill it off. Here's Kay. Gets it across and gets it into the middle back to Kay, but it was an errant pass, and playing it ahead now is to Shoreswater. Kicks it back to ahead, and he had a breakaway, but both players falling down. Where's the puck? I believe it's underneath the York forward, and it was underneath Kleck, who gets the puck back. He's bodied along the wall. Getting the puck free now was Scott. He took a whack at a player as well. Play will continue. Right side point, Mulcahy, he has it. 10 minutes to go here in the third. Pass into the middle, broken up, although the man cutting, you could see him. It was Kay who was looking for the home run feed, but Catholic able to do a nice forechecking play to stay with that puck. Shoreswater's got it. Lost it. York looking for the home run feed, and they've got it. Here comes Kay. Kay a little wide, lets the shot go. David Zapp sees it and makes the save. 9:45 to go here in the third period. Here comes Matthew Hornick. Hornick now with time and space will skate in front of his net and look to start up. Here he comes in the neutral zone. Hornick around one and another, trying to cut over the way. Hornick waits, pass across to Shoreswater, is a little out of his reach. Had the right idea though. Shoreswater bodied along the wall and cleared all the way down. This will go for an icing, right? Yes. Took a second. 9:20 remaining here in the third period. Cardinals up by 4. Just got to keep an eye on that stretch pass.
Seems like that's York's advantage card here, just monopolizing on the fact the out of position defenseman cycling back, or too focused on the play.
Yeah, it's definitely it's the rule of thumb. Just if you know that play can happen, is slowly starting to set it up again, as you can kind of see that in that time right in front of us, but didn't work out. But you have to watch out for that play, as it's a really easy play to just miss. And here's another shot on Zapp, which was blocked by Selwyn. He's bodied it into the corner. Rebound is loose into the skates of Selwyn, now into the stick of Henry, who starts up. Across to Frankie Merja. Plays it ahead into the zone. Merja will get to it as the York defenseman could not. Merja takes the shot. Rebound loose. McQueenie digging at it. Chandler trying to cover. And it's still loose. Where is it? And now I believe sitting underneath the puck was the York defenseman, and he did. He gets the save. They don't like the call. Well, the puck was underneath him and kind of did sit on the puck. Referees are talking it over. They're just going to let this kind of slide in a way.
Simmer down.
Right.
Seemed like York's coach went over to Coach Sorrenzio to say a few words.
Well, they were together, I believe, on that trip in Austria, so they're friends, and this is actually part of the reason why they set this game up, too. They wanted to see how their both teams would play against each other. So, well, I guess maybe not friends now, but after the game they will be. Play continues now in the O zone. Cardinals trying to get back to the puck on the forecheck and loose at the line. Cardinals are offside, so York will wait and pass across over to the open man, the defenseman.
Jackson up the ice.
Which was Jack. Thank you. Excuse me. Got a little caught on the papers here, but Jackson Dining are trying to rim the puck around the backside of the. Wrap it on the net. He couldn't, though. Puck rolls to McQueenie, who takes the shot. He missed just on the far side. Back at the right side point, trying to keep it alive, was wide, and Koff was blocked. Here comes Hicks. Hicks at the left side, gets wide, shoots it in on David Zapp. Big rebound, though. He made the save. Rebound was loose. 7:30 to go here in the third. McQueenie, backhander, looking to find Henry on the money. He did. Henry decides to dump it in and get off the ice. 7:20 to go here in this third period. Combs plays it back to Hornick. He backpedals, gets it across to Cole Mulcahy at the right side. Mulcahy waits, drops it again to the safety of Matthew Hornick in front of his cage. Bodied a little bit, shrugs it off, shrugs off another player, and here comes Hornick. Hornick floats it back behind the cage. Combs will chase after it. With just about 7 minutes to go here in the third. Combs takes a check, freed up the puck to Brunner. It's going to roll out of the zone, and that's going to be interference on Cole Mulcahy. He doesn't like the call, and a little ticky-tacky, but it is interference by the rulebook, and they'll give it. And here's the pass across, the save made by David Zapp, and the delayed penalty, like we mentioned a second ago, is going to be on Mulcahy for interference. Yeah, he bodied the player along the play, and you see players get away with that sometimes, and sometimes you don't. He'll go to the box for 2 minutes for interference. A big kill for the Cardinals here. Like again, I mentioned you're down 3. Let's say they score in the full 2 minute time frame, and you still have at least 4:47. You're down 3, and this team.
Still a lot
concerning still. I mean, here's Cave with open space. He shoots, and the big save by Zapp. But yeah, a lot of opportunity left here. Cardinals really want to kill this one off. Still up by 4. Now, left side dot. Another shot. David Zapp had the glove ready, and he calms play down with another save. Draw to the right of David Zapp, won by Nolan Scott. Henry trying to clear, and he is able to. Goes down the length of the ice where the goaltender Chandler will leave it. 6:20 to go here in the third period. 1:35 to go on the penalty to Cole Mulcahy for interference. Up ahead, pass, Case flicks it ahead for himself. Kay trying to get to it, he will. Kay holds, waits, gets the pass back. Lugs it back out towards the line. Pass across, waiting, holding, firing, save made, rebound, and it is in. Power play goal for York. It looked like David Zapp had a piece of it, but not enough. And just like that, the York power play cashes in. They're down 3 with 6 minutes to go. Not done yet.
Nolan Scott will be taking the face-off here. Center ice.
Now Scott in to take the draw. Cardinals now continue to play their game, but you can't get sloppy here. Really got to tighten up, try and stay out of the box, and they have for the most part. That was a ticky-tacky call. Yes, it is interference. But referees did call it that time, and I'm not going to go ahead and say, oh, there was a bunch of plays that they missed. No, they've done a good job. Anyway, here's Shoreswater in on goal. He shoots, and he missed it just wide at a lot of net, but he just ripped it off the right side glass. Now, cutting towards net again at the outside, holding it, looking in front, and almost putting that in his own net was Hornick, perhaps. York has it on sides as they float it towards the high slot. They get it back. Another shot. They score. Watch out. York's not done yet, like we just said. 7-5. York not going away quietly. Cardinals getting frustrated now. They've had the game in their grasp the entire night, but they have let York stick around. And it's a 2-goal game with 5:26 to go here in the third period. Looked like David Zapp was screened on that one. It beat him 5-hole. I don't really think he saw the shot much, but hey, York's back in the game. Cardinals just got to hold on to what they have here. They're up by 2. Continue to play their game, but you got to slow things down a bit. Here comes McQueenie at the right side. In on sides, tries to cut wide, drops it to Mercer. Took the shot, it was blocked. Catching it and gloving it down ahead of the pack, or excuse me, ahead of some of the Cardinal defensemen. Here's Kay, a long shot. David Zapp will glove it and hold with 5:02 to go. Guess when you thought it was over, it's not. Like we said, they had the scoring avalanche for Catholic in the end of the second period. They had one for York. Scored 3 goals in this period. And they're not done yet, and they're looking for more. 5 minutes to go, down 2. Cardinals just trying to hang on for dear life at this point. Henry in on the draw against Trent Keenan. Won by York. The shot. The blocker saved by David Zapp. Now Connor Prowo up in the play. It was loose by the side of the cage, and coming away with it is Deininger with speed. Deininger at the right side. Deininger around 1, cuts towards the cage, lowers the shoulder, he shoots, and he scores! Jackson Shoreswater says, let's put a little bit of calmness in the air. Jackson Shoreswater's return into the lineup. He scores for the Catholic Cardinals. 6th goal on the year. Looked like Chandler. I thought Chandler actually made the save at first. I thought he got the leg out enough, but Deininger beat him to the post before he could get the leg there, and it's Cardinals now restore their lead 8-5.
Off the face-off, Merja pushing up the ice.
Yeah, Merja has it. He waits and floats it high over the net. At the left side point. Back down low, Merja has it. I wouldn't say it's done yet. A little calmness, though. You got a 2-on-1, but they misfire on the 2-on-1 exactly, and Frankie Merja has it now 2-on-2. Merja waits, holds, fires it, and Chandler able to hold on to save into the breadbasket. So 4:20 to go here in the second. Eight to 5 in favor of CUA. Nolan Scott in on the draw for the Cardinals. Draw to the right of Chandler. York, well, they've had a lot of good plays work, and I bet they're going to try and set it up again. They called the timeout. They scored 3 goals. They just did let up 1, but still, Cardinals not home free just yet. Gabriel now gets it back, holds onto the puck, and floats it back out towards the point, but it's intercepted by Schanberger. Lugs the puck, and it's off a skate. Rolls back to the defense. They'll give it right back to Schanberger. And they'll dump this one into the zone off the stick of Kays. Hornick will get to it. 3:53 to go in the third. Hornick now with time and space, had the arm around him a little bit, but play will continue. Gabriel gains the line, dumps this one in, save made, rebound loose, and not able to tuck it home for a shot was Gabriel. Now at the line, Shoreswater into the slot, shot, save, rebound loose, oh, the kick save from Chandler. Gabriel on the doorstep looking for his 4th point, and a nice save from Chandler. Now down 3 goals again. And do you take the risk and pull your goaltender? That's my question I'm going to ask. But now here's Hornick looking for Shoreswater ahead of the pack. Getting back in time was Tristan Allman-Dinger to prevent that breakup at the last moment. Here comes Schwarzwater. Has it with time and space. He's got Merja with him. Tried to cut through the middle. He did for the most part. Stick lifted at the last moment. Coming back away with that puck is CUA. Schwarzwater at center. 2:55 to go here in the third period. Schwarzwater dumps this puck in. He'll go for a change, but here comes York. York now at the left side. Long feed. Off a stick. It won't be icing. Selwyn will get to it for the Cardinals. 2:40 to go in the third. Another feed is intercepted. Kays has it. Walks towards the slot. The shot deflected just wide. Rebound loose at the right side wall. Goaltender still staying in his net as of now, and Deininger will pick up this puck. Deininger across, 2-on-1 McQueenie. McQueenie has it, cuts in, shoots, he scores! McQueenie just about puts this one away. His second point of the night, and it's 9-5 Cardinals. McQueenie now, the MC, doing the closing act with that one. 6th goal on the season, his 12th point on the year. Kind of a broken 2-on-1 play. York's defenseman kind of got caught pinching. I mean, you're down by 3 that late. Why not?
Of course.
Queenie cuts in, beats Chandler over the blocker. It's 9-5 Cardinals with 2:22 to go here in the third period. Off the draw, Cardinals win it. Deininger across, trying to find Malabayabas out there for his first shift. Loose back to Jackson Deininger, over to Keegan. He'll chase after this puck. He stood up with a big check at center. York will get back towards the puck and get onto it. Trying to find another quick goal and keep the scoring party going. This puck's going to roll to David Zepp, who will elect to cover up with 1:58 to go here in the third period. Last 2 goals really took the wind out of the sails of York, especially the McQueenie goal. 1:57 remaining here in the third period. Nolan Scott in to take the draw for the Cardinals. Off this draw, Malabayabas battling for the puck, gets it ahead to Keegan. Cardinals trying to clear. Malabayabas as well. He's knocked down, takes a man down as well, but he did his job and cleared the zone. David Zapp leaves it, hoping for Matthew Hornick. Hornick with time and space has it at the left side. Hornick now holds it. Long shot off the crossbar from the red line practically and out of play. Wow. Hornick trying to get his first goal of the season in the first game himself, but that's a nice setup plays. Has his first point of the year. Still looking for his first goal. 1:35 remaining here in the third. Like we mentioned, Hornick almost that close to his first goal of the season. Here's Brunner. Brunner has it. Long feed, this will go the length of the ice. It won't be icing as the referee said it touched off a stick. Mulcahy now plays it behind the cage. Hornick plays it, wraps it around the wall to Connor Combs. Oh man, he stood up with a gigantic check. Frustration coming out from York. That's a good check. You can definitely see the frustration on that one. Hornick up ahead to Weidenkampf. Weidenkampf tried to step into a check. They missed it that time. Here comes Connor Combs again with a minute left. Combs crunched along the boards. Dumps the puck into the zone. 57 seconds to go here in the third. Runner now trying to chase after it. Combs going after the man. And Cole Mulcahy now will settle it down with 45 seconds to go here in the third. Selwyn now plays it into the zone. Back behind the net again. Combs chasing. York will calmly play this to the left side wall. 35 seconds to go here in the third. The Cardinals up 9-5. Just about put this one away. Big win for the Cardinals. Good way to get back on track, ending a 3-game losing streak. Still have 27 seconds to go here, so I'll hold my tongue for just a little bit longer. Here comes Logan Selwyn. Back across to Cole Mulcahy. Trying to get the puck free. It's loose along the wall. It's also, like we mentioned, Cole Mulcahy's last game as a Cardinal, at least for the time being. So we'll see what he can do here. Maybe he's looking for one more. But he got the scoring party started tonight. First goal of the game. Now deflection in on goal. Connor Combs, he scores! 5 seconds left. The kind of a nonchalant play by Connor Combs and Cole Mulcahy, but Connor Combs has scored the 10th goal. So they've hit 10 for, I believe, the third time this season. Connor Combs the finish. Cole Mulcahy another point. Connor Combs cashes in. Connor Combs, 4th goal on the season. With 5 seconds left in the 3rd period. Off this draw, one back to the York net, and this game is over. The Cardinals win this one by a score of 10-5. Connor Combs, a little wave to the camera here. Cardinals win their first game of the new year. They improved to 8-5-1 on the season, and a big win offensively for CUA. Goalies will share this win. I got a little dicey at times, and the Cardinals able to face adversity and pull out the W. Big win for CUA. We'll have our post game coming up in a few minutes. Cardinals winning this one by a final score of 10-5. David Zapp and Daniel Mark sharing the win in goal tonight. Chandler in net for York. Had some beautiful saves. He did his part as well as he could. I mean, you look at the bench and the numbers. Catholic had a lot more bodies. York gave it their best effort for sure. And got dicey at times with their top players, Kays and Schanberger. But the Cardinals come away with the victory this evening. 10-5 the final score. Kind of a good way to get the new year started, one way to look at it. Como Kehi now, I think he had at least 2, I think he had more than that. No, he had 3 points at least on the night. And we'll have a lot to talk about on the postgame as we break down every goal. So we'll be back in a few minutes as both teams skate off ice. The players that went to Austria all hanging around a little bit longer, a little more handshakes going around. Coaches talking at center ice as they were abroad too. Matthew McQueenie with another player from York. Might be someone he knew from back home. 10-5 the final score. Cardinals come away with the victory in this one. I believe they might take a picture as well. We'll be back in a few minutes with the post-game report. Stay with us here on WCUA. Yep, and it would be, make sure the mic's on, and it is, okay. They're just hopping on us.
It's sideways.
It's close enough. Is that good? All right. Well, we're back with the post-game. Player of the game is chosen by head coach Steven Srinzu. Your first game back, how'd you feel?
Felt good. Can we restart?
We're live, man.
Oh,
How'd you feel?
I felt good.
Yeah.
In the first period, I felt a little tired, but then came back in the locker room and then went back out and felt good.
Well, you did get your first goal tonight, but you got a lot of points to at least take a good share from. How'd you feel shooting that last shot, the last second?
I was just trying to rip it as hard as I could at the goal.
Yeah, it almost went
hit
in.
the crossbar.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy shot. And you haven't been around for the last. Weren't around for the last semester. Team did a good job trying to support with your loss, but with you back, losing Cole again is going to hurt. How do you think the team's going to move forward, losing a couple key players? Same thing with BJ too.
Yeah. I think other guys are just going to need to step up, and I think we can deal with the adversity, but yeah.
So you think you can deal with the adversity, but you have a big game in Loyola coming up. You know what happened last time, back in earlier in the year, a shootout loss.
Yeah, shootout, dirty game as well.
Oh, yeah, a very physical game. How do you think you're going to factor into that?
Going to play hard, and if they're physical, I'm going to be physical right back, and yeah.
Well, one more thing I'd like to say to you. Obviously, you played against some of these guys in Austria. Is this one of your friends here
Yeah.
that you played against?
It's Aiden.
That's great. Now, tell us about the camaraderie of the trip. How was that?
It was good. Everybody got close together. We went out at night, and I went to McDonald's all the time. Had beers at McDonald's.
Oh, good to know.
And, yeah.
Last thing for you. Anything you'd like to shout out? Your parents are here tonight. Anybody you'd like to shout out back at home?
Shout out Caden.
We got Katie working the camera behind us. But yeah, you heard it from Matthew Hornick here, assistant captain now. Congratulations on a couple points tonight as well. And go enjoy the victory. Thank you so much.
See ya.
All right. Hey, give us one more second here. We're still doing a couple things, ready to get for the post-game live and recap every goal. 1 second. We'll be back in just a few minutes. And welcome back to the post-game report. Had the interview from Matthew Hornick, so been a little bit since I've talked to him. Had the last interview at the game where we won in overtime over Salisbury last year, but still got tonight, and we're going to recap every single goal. We have a ton of, I'm not even going to count them all right now. We're going to go through them all. So first goal, not even a minute in, Cole Mulcahy scored again with the pass from Matthew Hornick and Jackson Schwarzwalder. It was just a shot from the point, not even a minute in, and it beat the goaltender to make it 1-0. Nice play. I think the goaltender would like that one back, but that gave Catholic an early jump and an early lead.
Yeah, good motivation for the team, just especially with Cole leaving for the rest of the season. It's definitely a sad loss, but just seeing that definitely livened up the team, give them like the motivation, the drive to put out for everyone to the left and right of them.
Yeah, absolutely. A little bit later, Will scored, and Frankie Merger had the assist. So Merger took the long shot. The blocker save went right back out into the slot, and pouncing on that rebound was Will Brunner to put a backhander to the back of the net, 2-0. A little bit later, this is all now in the second period. There's a ton of goals in the second. Alleman Dinger scored his first goal with the assists from Kay and from Schwaberger. And they had some nice plays. Really tried the backdoor play a lot when they were set up in the zone. Very similar plays on the second goal. That made it 2-1. Nice plays all around. 2-2 a little bit later. Schwanberger, I keep mispronouncing his name. I'm sorry about that. We're doing our best here. Schwanberger, he had the 2-0. The pass was too far out of his reach. He recollected the puck at the goal line, took a shot on the far side on Daniel Mark, and that beat Mark. That made it 2-2. So that was 2-2. I read, okay, York's getting back in the game. They tied it up. Catholic needs an answer. And at that point, they had pulled Daniel Mark to put in David Zapp for the second half.
But that wasn't out of any performance or anything. That was, just normally from the start, because we're coming back from a long break. Coach wants to make sure both of the goalies are getting enough time before we get into these more serious league games.
Exactly. So it wasn't because of the goals, but it was planned. And, well, the Cardinals either way, they knew it wasn't because of that, but they responded. Matthew Hornick took a quick shot off the draw. James Gabriel picked up his first collegiate goal.
I believe it was 3 points for his collegiate debut.
It was just 4 points, actually, I think it was a fourth point that he had, 3 or 4. He got a big shout out in the locker room. But yeah, his first career goal, he deflected it over the pad of, blanking on the goaltender's name. Just said it earlier.
Chandler,
thank you. Chandler. That made it 3-2. A little bit later, Schwarzwater 4-2. Off the draw, ripped a shot, walked towards the slot, top left corner, bar down and in. 4-2. Then, still in the second period, 5-2. Nolan Scott off the draw, took a quick shot. It was blocked. Took the rebound, and that went into the back of the net. The Cardinals were up by 3. He hit the fist celly right afterwards too to make it 5-2. So the Cardinals were up 5-2. Then it was 6-2 late in the second period. Joey Henry. So we kept talking about earlier, I don't want to play center. Just talked to him earlier today.
I'd be a terrible center. I'm not going to put out. And next thing you know, he pops one right in the back of the net.
Yes, Joey Henry's second goal of the year. Took the pass from someone. Henry lowered the shoulder, went to the backhand, and beat Chandler clean to make it 6-2. Next, in the third period, it was 7-2. Frankie Merja with the nice between-the-legs pass from Matthew McQueenie. Merja beat the goaltender, had all day pretty much. He picked a spot low blocker, beat him to make it 7-2. Then, this is where the avalanche of goals for York came in. Alleman Dinger, he had a hat trick. His second goal made it 7-3. That was the play that kind of walked around and dipsy-dooed in the high slot and a couple backdoor plays. That made it 7-3. Then, William Freed scored 7-4. Another very similar goal. That was the one where Zapp was kind of, he wasn't, I wouldn't say flopping around. He was looking for the puck. He couldn't get it, and they just went over the goal line to make it 7-4. Not even 30 seconds later, Alleman Dinger, he had the hack trick. Beat David Zapp 5-hole through a screen. 7-5, the Cardinals now. Lead was in danger. Cardinals going to blow this one. Are they going to hold on here? Well, not even 30 seconds after that goal, Jackson Deininger took it the length of the distance, of the length of the ice, put it around the stick of the goaltender who was poke checking, and he beat him. It was a great play. That pretty much kind of put the game away, and then you had two kind of like bonus goals. You had Matthew McQueenie scoring on of his own. The pinching defenseman for York got caught in the play. McQueenie had the open rush. He took it. That made it 9-5. Beat the goaltender over the blocker on his blocker side. And the final goal was 5 seconds left, and Connor Combs scored. He got the assist from Cole Mulcahy. Combs just put it kind of between the post and the leg of the goaltender, and that's the final score, 10-5 right there. So
Took a while to
Oh,
get through
yeah.
all of them.
yeah, these are the games where I'm like, oh boy, I got to recap every goal. 15 goals, but good way to start the year too. Cardinals going on all cylinders. So the shot totals were 48 in favor of CUA and 30 for York. Cardinals had 17 in the first period, and then they had 14 in the second, and then they continued that a ton of shots in the third period. They had a really spectacular night. A couple penalties to mention as well. The hook on York early in the first, delay a game on Luke Weidenkampf, a trip on York in the second. They actually weren't, I don't believe there were any power play goals. There was a shorthanded goal, but there wasn't a power play goal in any situation. So a couple penalties. Cardinals able to kill them off. A trip on Mulcahy, interference on Mulcahy, the trip on by Schwarzwalder. He had a lot of penalties, or not really a lot of penalties, but Cardinals, I think they played a good game tonight.
Yeah, kept it clean tonight, unlike most recent games. Or I shouldn't say recent, but previous games in the last semester. Definitely cleaned up the act, and that really shows those power plays can really change the tide of the game.
Absolutely, no, for sure. And the Cardinals, well, shorthanded. They put a puck back in their net. Well, that's going to just about do it for us tonight. Cardinals win this one 10-5. They end a quiet 3-game losing streak. Didn't seem like it, but they were on one, and they put it to rest, as we're going to go to rest now too. Cardinals, back at it. Friday night against Loyola at the Mount Pleasant Ice Arena. We'll see you then. It'll either be radio or YouTube. We're not sure yet. But for my partner, Caden Van, thank you for joining me. As always, I'm Giuliano Luca. And as the great Gene Hart would say, good night and good hockey. Cardinals win this one 10-5.